Welcome to the BYB Podcast. Welcome to the Backyard Boys. And we're doing it. We're having it. It's fucking Wednesday. It's hump day. And there's all kinds of ladies in the chat already. We love the ladies. We're here for the ladies. We're here for you. I hope you're here for us. And it's all good, baby. Yeah, because the Quad Father in the house with the Honk Master. What up, my brother from another mother?
What's happening? Quad, what is going down, my friend? Looks like we're gonna have a pretty good show tonight. It's only gonna be us two, apparently.
Yeah. Just a heads up for everybody. It looks like Ying Wee Malmstream, our third co-host and third input, as the guys in prison like to call him.
He died.
Yeah, he's dead. He gone.
He did.
No.
Not true.
That's right. He's just
you're gone. Existed. You're done.
He's just gone. He's gone. Existed. He's never coming back. He'll never be here ever again into the foreseeable future. So I hope this doesn't affect his QuadCon reservations. He did say he was going to hang out with us in Reno.
Oh, he did fine. He knows that the planes do land there now, so he's feeling better. I'm sure he'll be there.
I mean, it's hit and miss with the Reno airport. I'm sure that they'll try to keep up some serious commercial flights, but who knows with that place, man. It's like I said, it's hit and miss. Oh, wow. Okay, I see you guys in the fucking chat. I see what you want. You want Fallout. You guys know what's happening here. I really was going to move on and really not talk about any of this stuff going on. But Adam Bush can't quit me. That guy, he's all over me. He's all up on my jock. And I can't kick him free, dudes. I don't know what his deal is, why he can't stop him and Carl. I guess it's they're in cahoots over there at the WATP network. Is that how they pronounce it? WATP?
WATP.
WATP. Anyway, I mean, it seems really fruity and whatnot. I mean, anything Carl's involved with, of course, but Adam doesn't help the case, and whatever. We haven't really got a chance to figure out if that guy's straight or not. Straight as an arrow, wouldn't you assume?
Yeah, that's what he is.
Straight as an arrow. That guy's a straight arrow. Isn't that what they always say about Adam Bush? That's a real straight arrow there.
Nobody has ever said that about Adam Bush. Nobody.
How about a real straight shooter? That guy's a real straight shooter.
None was straight in it ever came up when they were describing Adam Bush.
So just leave the word straight out of any sentence with Carl or Adam in it. No, that's right. They made fun of us in the first place for making gay jokes.
Jokes again. It's the gay joke again attack. Yeah.
bad jokes. As long as they're good, tasteful gay jokes, I guess we're cool. Articulate John. Adam Trojan horse your bussy. God damn, you're right.
He did.
Articulate John fucking calling it here on the nose. Maybe 2 on the nose. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
God, Dark Mega. You seem like a feller that's trying to troll us or whatever. I love you folks. Get in the if you're here to troll us, just have at it. Enjoy the hell out of yourself today, because that's what we're doing here. We're getting Trojan horsed on our show. We're getting Trojan horsed in the chat. We're up for Trojan horses and condoms. Trojan condoms. Everybody wear one if you're a gay. Oh God, back to the gay stuff. See, I just can't stop doing it. I'm such a failure on all accounts.
Oh, it's all right though. We still love you, Quad.
Oh no! Written asylum. Did Ying Wee quit over the sending someone's kid photo? No. That's not true. Don't spread that rumor. It's bad enough everybody thinks that everyone quits BYB because of personal issues. They keep spreading those rumors. Even Carl said that today. All right, we better go for full circle here. We got to go back to Ying Wee. What were we talking about? I wanted to let everyone know. Oh, go ahead, Unc.
No, that's all right. Yeah, he died.
He dead and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got that ass cancer and shit. Exactly. His butthole's all like rotten and stuff, and he's just another victim, motherfucker.
Did he get the cancer? Written asylum. He got that funky cancer.
Yeah, play that funky cancer, white boy. Play that funky cancer now.
Brown chicken.
No, don't say that. Based on conspiracy theory, I'll miss his egg source. We'll miss all egg talk, right, Hunk?
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna miss old Ingwe, but he'll be back. I believe he'll be back here in a couple months.
Exactly. Yeah, so just FYI, keep Ying Wee in your prayers, and it's just pain. It's not death stuff. Yeah, so he has the same problem that Aaron Imholte has. He can't sit on his butt for very long without having issues and having to stand up and go off screen. Anyway, so we're not going to get into it a bunch. He can talk about it all he wants when he comes back. But yeah, he's probably going to end up having to have surgery and shit. So just keep Ying Wee in your thoughts, maybe not your prayers, because you guys are a bunch of fucking heathens, I'll assume.
Yeah, maybe he's got hemorrhoids. They do the same thing, make you where you can't sit down, you got to stand up. Maybe just a bad case of the roids. Who knows?
He can do the old Aaron Imholte thing, just kind of lift himself up off his ass for a second.
They got donuts you can sit, these big fucking donuts you can sit on them in. And
yeah, but the problem with Ying Wee, he's such a fat fuck. If you gave him a donut to sit on, he'd just eat the damn thing.
Yeah, he would. He would.
Because just the word donut, just the word donut itself will send him into a feeding frenzy like a fucking shark.
Start to sweat.
Yeah, the meat sweats. You guys remember? You guys in chat, you guys always remember how he would come in here with the meat sweats.
Have him the meat sweat.
That fat fuck.
Get back on that gay stuff again.
Indeed, absolutely. But like we said, you will be missed, Ying Wee. You will be missed. Thank you for coming on for this entire time. But yeah, he's got to move on for at least a couple months. It sounds like. After that, we'll see how he's doing, and if he comes back, we're hoping he was a good egg, and we're hoping he comes back when he's done with his issues. So. Yeah, thank you very much, Ying Wee, and hopefully he'll pop in and out here and there if he's doing well in between then and now. No, Dan, this is not a work, sir. I'm promising you on that. Yeah, maybe what happened on Monday was a work that turned into a shoot, motherfuckers. No, it wasn't a work either. It just happened to be a conversation that went fucking haywire, man. That stuff went. It got a little wild. It's kind of funny because we talked before the show. I mean, I guess I'm not talking out of school too much if I bring up the Schmuely thing. But yeah, like Schmuel on Saturday was like, yeah, if you guys ever do the Shuli topic ever again, I would come on and like defend his side of it. And I was like, yeah, whatever, man. We'll probably just move on from that stuff. We've had like 2 or 3 shows that it's been brought up at all in, and then Monday happened, and fuck, dude, we all seriously thought that was just going to be like a quick half-hour conversation, and then the next thing we knew, it was 2 hours later, and we were screaming and yelling at each other right up to the very end there. Me and old Schmuel did talk on the phone today. We kissed and made up. Oh, that's right. I'm a gentleman. I should never kiss and tell. Very disgusting of me to admit I'm the G word. You know, honk.
Are we back to the gay thing again? Yes.
Gangster. I was going to say, why did you automatically think fucking gay? How rude. I was going to say, no, I don't know. Gangster and shit.
It seems like it's been the topic that we all are, the gay thing. So I don't know what the fuck. Gay.
God, get your mind out of the gutter. You're disgusting.
Gay is okay.
Oh,
some of our best.
Is that a saying? Gay is okay. I'd never heard that one before.
Well, when you live close to the Bay Area, man, you see them all. You see all the signs eventually.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think homosexuality was invented in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, I'm about fucking. I think it was the original Sodom and Gomorrah. Pretty rough.
And that's where AIDS was invented, right, Honk?
I'm sure it was invented there, one of the bathhouses back in the 80s.
Now, here's the thing. A lot of black folk don't get credit for very many inventions. Do you know if you could give them credit for inventing AIDS, though? I don't know. I'm just questions. Just questions.
You better watch out. They think it's a conspiracy from us against them. They killed all of them.
The LGBTQ plus might want to send the mafia after us, and the gay mafia, of course. Not the gangster mafia that I'm part of. Of course not. That one.
They're a tough mafia, man. Be careful.
This is true, Mr. Blue Sky. The thing is, though, I don't think monkeys die of AIDS. It's just us people. Us people, we die. We die from them AIDS and shit, homie. My writing all right. Yeah. Yeah, just some cleanup from Monday. And like I said, man, fucking Adam Bush, either he's obsessed with me or he really doesn't understand the quad, and he really doesn't understand what happened Monday. And the weird thing is, like, looking back on when he came on with us, I mean, have you heard me talk about Shuli being a pedo since you've been here? What, for the last 5 months?
No,
were we constantly bringing that up?
No. I mean, there might have been something in jest, and I can't even fucking say that I know that. There might have been a joke.
Throw out lines. Yeah, throw out line here and there, just fucking around.
Right.
And I just happened to ask Adam seriously, like a real fucking question, just joking around. And here we are, fucking still talking about it. God damn it!
Well,
I don't want to talk.
Hindsight is 2020, and now looking back on it, you know what his motivation was. So we're just a bunch of couple white trash.
Yeah, exactly. They just wanted to demean us. He wanted to report back to his daddy, Carl, which kind of brings us back. Which kind of brings us back to here this little simple poll question we have for today, which is who is the most disingenuous fuck in the Dabbleverse? So go ahead and answer that poll question right now. we'll try to remember and wrap it up. But yeah, you guys can take a peek and look at the numbers anytime you fucking feel like it. Show me the numbers. Show me the numbers, you motherfuckers. Like I said, we will absolutely try our best to remember. Honk, you might want to try to remind me. Set a timer for 2 hours. I don't know. Hour and 45 minutes or something. Yeah. Try to remember to wrap that thing up. But as you guys saw, the choices for the poll question today, Carl, Shuli, Melton. Who was the other one? Oh, Adam Bush. Yeah, so that's our 4 possibilities for the most disingenuous fuck in the Dabbleverse. Of course, it could be other people too. You know what I mean? I picked 4 people at kind of that are on top of my list of people I think that are a little bit disingenuous, but there may be a bunch more of them out there that you guys can think of. And just like that, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Dechois, I vote for Flat Cat. How dare you, Dechois? You can't vote. There's no voting for women. Women shouldn't vote, and they shouldn't be allowed to be one of the options for voting on either. And yeah, that just happened. But yeah, Jessica, I noticed that you weren't the first person in the chat today.
Where were you, Jessica Flatcat?
Yeah, where were you, Jessica Flatcat? Where were you when we started the show? Where were you when we were trying to get our show all fired up and get excited about everything? And yeah, you're not even here. How dare you? How dare you? How dare
Very
you
rude.
not?
Very rude.
Oh, Flat Cat. Who's your team? Are you
Red
a Mets
Sox.
fan?
Red Sox, I bet.
Okay. All right. I'm an Oakland A's fan, so for many, many moons I have hated with a passion the New York Yankees, who steal every good fucking player we've ever gotten.
It was a great time to be a Yankees during the last 40 years. I'm not going to lie. Great time. Yeah.
Since MLB existed, you mean? Like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you're a 49ers fan. You just seem like
no, my father.
Like one of those. Huh?
My father was from upstate New York, and all of his teams are New York teams, except for the 49ers. He went to Washington University. And one of the running backs that was at Washington University, he followed as a kid, and he went to the 49ers. They drafted him, Hugh McElhaney. Okay, and the Jet also for the $1 million backfield. Guys from the 50s. Anyhow, that's how come I still like all the New York teams, but I'm a Niner fan.
Nice podcast. Stupid. Also, as we know where you live, indeed is a Sox fan. And I always like to say, drop your socks and grab your cocks. We're getting ready to go because we're doing it tonight, motherfuckers. Yeah. Okay, this motherfucker. Jim will fix it. San Francisco 49ers. Now we're talking in the game. God damn it, you motherfuckers. Don't you ever make fun of our 49ers. We love them. Not as much as we used to, but we still do. Steve C, $2. Adam and Carl owned you, Quad. Carl spelled with a C. I assume you're talking about the comedian Carl, since you spelt it wrong. I'll never guess that you meant the hamburger. I mean, he burger. What's with he burger? Is that like coded gay talk? He burger or her burger? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Sounds gay to me.
It seems like one of those, alliterated name, an alliteration, maybe coded, alliterated word. He-burger, Carl E-burger. Anyway, I'll just assume the guy's straight as an arrow, like we were bringing up earlier. He's so straight, he's gay. He's so gay, he's straight.
Married.
All right, he's so gay, he's straight. I mean, that's
he's married, so that should settle it all.
Yeah. You ever heard of Kate Beatty and her dad? Huh?
Yeah.
Ever heard of that?
Hello.
You ever heard of Hugh? Hello. You ever heard of Hugh Jackman by chance? Yeah, we got some beards out there floating around, folks. That's a real thing. Many a beard. Exactly. Yeah, did Liberace fucking have a wife too? You might as well. Jesus Christ.
Liberace had a wife? Get the fuck out of here. He did? Wow.
I doubt it. Paul Lind? Yeah, you been seeing any of the ladies lately? You got any girls picked out? Johnny Carson famously asked both of them fellows, hey, who are you going to be banging next? Because I know you're a real ladies man. Oh, don't even. You have no idea how many of the vaginas I've seen. So many vaginas I can't count. So many. As he goes back to his palatial fucking palace. Railed by a million dudes a night. Fucking homo.
Yikes.
That's a fact, Jack. Nice podcast, stupid. Dan is the man. I tried to steal away Deb for tonight because I know that she had a Chad update. But no, I asked properly. I said, hey, I know you got the scoop on the Chad, man. But indeed, if you wanted to give Quad the scoop before you gave it to your own podcast, then you're more than welcome to pop on and tell us all about it tonight. She declined. I can't imagine why she would want to break her own news on her own vacation to her own podcast. What a wild fucking thought.
Yeah.
Crazy
Can't blame her for that.
No. And I threw it out there like that too. I was like, yeah, I know. Are you guys doing a show Thursday? Because if not, come on. Quad's got an open chair just waiting for you. And it's not a wheelchair either. So, indeed.
Though it could be if you wanted.
I mean, Deb, you got a place in my heart. You got a place on my lap, which is also kind of like a chair. I mean, if you want it to be that way. You're more than welcome. Absolutely. Jody be lucky. Jody, here's another homie. Heeb, is it? Burger. Heeb Burger. Now, there's something about the He Burger. I do believe he's got that Aryan blood, is it, in him? But that's speculative. Speculation.
Now it is.
He said he's German. I have no fucking idea, and I don't care, honestly. Because we had Adam Goldstein it is. So we love the Jews. We love the Jews. Jody B, I'm gonna send you the link just to see if you're out there fishing in my chat tonight trying to get an invite and be a homie, man. I see Rochi says go fuck yourself.
That a boy, Rochi.
Yes, Rochi's out there doing the Lord's work. He's probably out there keeping up on everything that's happening just so that he can report back to Quad because, he's pretty good at actually keeping up on things that I'm not aware of. He did alert me today to WATP that they were doing a little bit about Quad and BYB. That includes you, Honk, believe it or not.
Yeah, I know them fucking peasants. I don't know what to say about them. Jew and a gay feller. Go figure.
A gay Jew and a Jew and a gay. But yeah, so anyway, he alerted me, but I was like, it just so happens I took a peek at the thumbnail they had and the title, and when it says like my fucking name directly right on the title, I kind of catch on. So I was like, oh, Quad Father something. Yeah, what did it say exactly? Let me look. Yeah, it just says BYB, but in the description it says Quad Father's hypocrisy. Is he a hypocrite?
Perhaps.
Is he? Oh. Oy vey, he's a real hypocrite, that Quad Father, I hear. Okay. Yeah, I see a lot of Jewish talk going on. I can't really bring up. I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys love the J talk, but we can't really bring it up completely all the time, or else I'll get accused of being a J hater, just like I get accused of saying too much gay stuff. I mean, it is a real thing.
Get this through your head, you Jew motherfucker, you.
Right. All right. Oh, geez. Ying Wee's not here, so I kind of skipped over the fact that we're doing May membership flowers. We're trying to get those. We're trying to get those membership numbers way, 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 way up there, buddies. So yeah, if anyone wants to become a member, we have every weekend on Sunday, we do the weekly Dabble reviews. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're not actually doing the weekly Dabble review like they said on WATP. If you go back and watch Friday's episode, did we do anything to do with the fucking Dabbleverse, honk?
Not a damn thing, my brother.
Or did we do a bunch of cocaine and puking?
That's right. That's exactly what we did. Or we had somebody on that did. Yeah, we did nothing really.
Yeah, I didn't do any. I didn't do any coke. I didn't
do a fucking thing.
That's right. So we do whatever the fuck we want every show. We actually do different fucking things on our show. Unlike whatever. It can be formulaic. Once you get a show and it's like super formulaic, I guess people depend on that. But if your formula is we don't have no fucking formula, that is formulaic in and of itself, right?
That's right. That's right.
So that's the formula. We do whatever the fuck we want on every show, and that's how it goes. And that is kind of what happened on Monday.
It was a good show.
This is actually a good question, Honk. Considering Ying Wee is gone now, that I don't know that he's scheduled it necessarily, but Honky, have you scheduled your departure from the BYB podcast yet?
I'm here for the long haul, Jim. Fucking funny though, brother. Thanks for the comment. Very good.
Yeah, great question. And since you did ask it, I was kind of really curious to tell you the truth. Not quite sure what you were going to go for there.
They can't get rid of me. They can't get rid of me here at BYB. They couldn't
kill
run me
you.
off at the morning.
Can't get rid of you.
Nope.
Can't do nothing to you. Can't even shake you. Been trying to shake you since day one. But
kind of like that girl Whitney's tits. I just come there and hang out.
You came all over her tits? What? Did I just put words
come on.
that were incorrect?
Yeah. Nobody.
I jumbled that sentence. I'm sorry, man. I just got all the words out of place and it made a different sentence than what I meant to say. But I don't even.
Right.
But I digress, as other people say.
I digress.
But I digress.
Yeah, who says that famously?
Famously, I don't know about famously, but Dabbleverse famous. That would be Karmic X, our new troublemaker.
That's right. I knew it was somebody in the Dabbleverse related. I just didn't know who it was.
Exactly. Honk has his whole life ahead of him. Yes, he does. It's completely in front, not behind at all. Totally in front of him, 100%. Yes, sir.
That's funny. Thank you, John.
Yeah, believe it or not, folks, he's going to turn 20 this year. It's fucking amazing what's happening out here, folks. That's right.
It's been a hard 20, man. It's been a hard 20.
Well, they say people with high testosterone, they age quicker. So
quickly, that's right. I got 30 kids.
High testosterone guy.
Yeah, right on.
I'll keep 2020. All right. Well, you got some serious fans going on in the chat, man. I'm kind of jealous. I think everybody's sick of the quad. They're done with the quad. Ain't no love for the quad these days. Everybody hates quad.
They love the quad. They love the quad.
I actually, that is kind of what Carl said at the end of this entire 17 minutes that they covered us for, was that it was like, I'm bummed out that Quad's not going to be in at Hackmania because I have so many questions for him. There you go. Indeed. I wish I could have gone so I could answer all of the important questions like, why are you picking on Shuli? He ain't done nothing. He didn't do nothing.
My poor little Shuli.
My poor little Shuli, he didn't know nothing. He didn't do it. It was that white boy over there. Flat Cat, I love the quad. Thank you, Flat Cat. You know we love you too. We wear the blouse. We got the magnets. We trade little love notes back and forth. It's beautiful and gay. Because loving ladies is gay. God damn you, Genta. You've been harsh to the quad lately. That Genta, you really have I don't know, you really seem to have it out for me. I'm starting to think that you and Peter Sky Parker are possibly married. Because you guys have really started coming for me. And I appreciate it. Genta's the meanie bajini. I thought she was just a little kitten, a nice little kitten, and I went to pet it. And fuck if she didn't like rip my hand wide open, blood everywhere. Jesus Christ! Like holy
fucking
wasn't ready for yet.
She's a fucking saber-toothed tiger, man.
Pet that cat. You're fucking won't get it back. Jesus.
Yeah.
Holy shit! He's right, Genta. She's a tough one. She's feral. Yeah, feral. She's a feral cat. Feral. Not Will Ferrell either. The other kind of feral. The dangerous kind, not the funny kind. Indeed. Hey, Pat Bukes, you can fuck off. You can go somewhere else. And I'll suggest that to everybody else that doesn't want to be here and has negative shit to say in the chat. You can leave. You're more than welcome to just fuck off. And actually, that's what I suggest. If you don't like this show, if it bugs you, Adam Bush, if it bugs you, fuck off. You can fuck off anytime you feel like it. But otherwise, we're going to be covering you. And we can keep going in circles. I'll play this game, dude. Every time you cover me, I'll cover you, make fun of you, point out where you're wrong. And then you can do it back to me over and over and over. And no one's opinion will ever change. We'll just keep going back and forth until something bad happens, because that's what usually ends up happening in the Dabbleverse. Just don't dox me, Carl. Right? Huh?
That's right. No doxing, Carl. He's known to dox at least one.
Confirmed. All right. Well, we're going to get into all this stuff, but yes, if you haven't become a member today, and you will absolutely get a wonderful 3-hour show every Sunday, but not this Sunday because it's Mommy's Day, and we love mommies, so we're definitely going to be seeing Mama, and you guys aren't as important as Mom, so. If you don't have a mom, I'm sorry I'm not doing a show for you. If you can't be with your mom, I'm sorry I'm not doing a show for you. But other than that, go spend the day with your moms if you can, folks, because she made you. She made you. Even if she's a piece of shit, she still popped you out that cooter, and here you are. So just go thank the hell out of her, even if she is a piece of shit and put cigarettes out on you when you're a little kid.
Man, when you put it that way, I need to get a hold of her, don't I? Let her know I love her.
Yeah, even if she sucks, just say, hey, thanks for making me or whatever. Steve C, $2. Adam got to you, Quad. Yeah, he did. And we're going to scissor at some point, Steve C. There is no doubt in my mind, at the end of all of this, at the very end, when we end up meeting each other at some event, we will be scissoring for you, Steve C, because that is what is important to you, is scissoring. And we know that. This motherfucker gets it right here. Somebody at Hallmark. Yeah, you want some fucking real touching, real heartfelt fucking Hallmark cards? Quad can write them all day, every day, just like Karmic X can write weird fucking cartoon porn. I'm like that. I'm on that level.
Lesbian cartoon porn.
Well, I mean, so wait a minute. He in his mind, he's a lesbian in his mind. Is that how he writes them words so good?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's better than thinking he's a gay guy, though, in his mind. Oh, there we are, back to the gay shit again.
Well,
Boom,
no,
boom.
at least that. But a gay guy is a man. You know what I mean? Like a man
Right.
can get inside another man's mind. How does a guy like Karmic X get inside of the mind of a lesbian female?
I don't know that. All I know is that that's what he writes. How he does it, I don't know. He must be one hell of a character method actor, also. I don't know. But yeah, he gets into the mind of the lesbian woman somehow.
Yeah, deep inside there, so deep. Jesus, that is kind of freaky, though, to be honest with you. I don't know how. Well, okay, so he said he was in the corporate world for the last 7 years, but he also said that he did that shit for 20 years. So it's like, which one is it? Here's another guy come along, start saying some bullshit. I don't know if I believe. We're going to need some evidence from that too, because believe it or not, we want evidence to support our thoughts. But if we don't have any, we're not going to be stuck on it. Just like with this whole fucking ISO thing. Gosh darn it.
Well, he must not have done very well for himself in the corporate world because he's living in a goddamn single wide trailer. Thank you.
I mean, he had to cash out his fucking IRA. He said he cashed out his retirement so that he can sit around smoking cigarettes and drink. I do believe that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's that. You're gonna burn through your money that quick. You might as well do it, and you might as well take yourself out while you're at it. And I don't mean like suicide. I just mean like drink yourself to fucking whatever, poverty or death. I don't know. That's what he seems like. He's on that trajectory.
Right.
We've already had that happen here at BYB. Speaking of how we lose our members at BYB, nobody ever forget Bobby P. Miss you, Bobby P. You the man. God rest your soul in heaven, sir. Just like Ying Wee.
Yep.
Will be missed. I guess I'm going to have to make up one of these things for Ying Wee, aren't I?
Well, we've got plenty of pictures of him dancing that'll look good in the still shot.
Right. I hope he's dancing in heaven. I know I will when I get there, if WATP lets me in. Oh, wait, they dancing there. They're Jews. Never mind.
Yeah.
They don't get to go. No, I don't. I'm just joking, folks. Just joking. I don't know where people go or whatever. I think I know where I go, but boy, oh boy, I better have a really fucking good opinion of why I think that, or else I'm going to get annihilated by the Jays. And I mean those guys over there at WATP, if you know what I'm saying, or the Shuli network, if you know what I'm saying. Indeed, the people that killed Jesus. Yeah. So anyway, the links are pinned to the top of the chat. So if you don't know about the super tip system, go ahead and use a voice tip and interrupt our broadcast to get something you want to say in someone else's voice before they're gone, and we get sued and they have to be taken down. Go use supertip.gg/BYB. And I won't be bringing it up again, but yeah, the QR code. This guy gets it. Honk, you're a little too close to the camera, buddy. You're scaring everyone.
I'm scaring people. Scared. I know. I'm trying to get the fuck out of this.
No, I hope you get stuck like that. Someone came along and slapped you in the back, and you got stuck in that position. I hope so.
Indeed. Fucking A, watch that. There we go.
Double L's. I got it. Double hockey sticks. Right. Yep. HE double hockey stick. I get it. Get it. Absolutely. Yeah. Also, like we said, we're doing the membership drive. So the link is pinned at the top of the chat for memberships. You can either gift them, you can get one for yourself. The link tree is pinned up there. So if you want to find our social medias, you're more than welcome to track us down. But yeah, the link tree, super tip, and the poll question. So everybody answer that poll question. Let's take a peek, see if everybody is excited as I am about this poll question, because it's another meanie bajini one. That's a fact. Who is the most disingenuous POS in the Dabbleverse? Wow. Okay. Yeah. There's one clear winner so far. That's a fact. Jeez. Hi, Shuli. Hi, Shuli. Hi, Shuli's lawyers. That's right. Shuli doing good out in front, taking the lead right off the bat. Indeed. All right, everybody do that. Answer the poll question. Use our links to give us money. Now, we won't bring it up again the rest of the fucking show because we don't do a goal show here.
Well, and plus, besides that, we're not Jews. Oh, there he goes.
We
with the
have
Jew
said that.
thing.
I was going to say, we've said that word a lot tonight. Maybe we ought to back
Yeah,
up a
we
little
sure
before we
have.
get the TOS
We
fucking
sure
looking
have.
at me.
I'm not an anti-Semite, but yeah, we've said it a lot tonight. You're right.
I'm not anti-Semite. I'm anti-termite. No, that's Farrakhan. You remember when he said that? Fucking bad boy.
Yeah, Farrakhan.
Yeah.
He shares a lot of the same views as our audience.
Our audience. Jesus, we had what's his name? Uncle Jack on the other night with Schmuel. It was like, hey, can you get a little less with the J talk, buddy? Jesus.
Thank you.
God. Yeah, Honk coming in hard with the hard EW. The hard EW. That's
We
a
love
thing.
it, Chatter, my man. Good to see you.
I thought it was a hard ER, but yeah, I guess when you're talking about the other folks, it's a hard EW.
Ooh. It's a contemptuous. Ooh.
Indeed. All right, so I did want to say, whatever. Schmuel did reach out to me today, or I called him. We had a good talk and pretty much we squashed it. We squashed it, man. We talked about stuff on the phone and it's squashed. Just like
Good.
Yeah, so anyway, I think we were pretty much over any issues we had from the other day, but WATP decided to take up the mantle, which is also kind of funny because I might have been a little steamed yesterday at Schmuel, but whatever, you sleep on it and you're over stuff. That's typically how I am, unless someone really goes fucking hard in the paint at me. But indeed, yeah, Schmuel was over it. I was over it. We're all good. WATP decided that they didn't have enough of it, so they clipped 17 minutes of our show again and talked about that today. So it kind of just forces us to get back into it. I did watch Schmuel's show last night. I didn't get into the chat and let him know I was watching it because I thought, whatever, I'll let it go for the night. Just kind of curious what he was saying and talking about. And for the most part, I don't have any problems with what he did. He's, he came on the show. He made it interesting. I'll say that. I like things like that happening on our show. Makes it fun.
Yeah, that was, it hadn't happened for a while. There hadn't been no
actual argument.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, a real blow up argument, indeed. But yeah, it was kind of funny because Schmuel was saying last night that he had asked Vinny Paulino to come on his show. And he warned Vinny Paulino, like, hey, man, we just had this huge Shuli argument. We quad, obviously what I drug it into. So, yeah, he said Vinny Paulino was like, yeah, I think I'll skip out. So that's how sensitive these guys are over there about talking about that stuff. So it is that's kind of weird, man. It's like, I don't think Adam Bush and Carl appreciate the way that we bring up all these subjects, but it's not like you don't get to pick and choose how other shows talk about fucking certain subjects. And like I said, the whole damn thing started off with this fucking Adam Bush coming on our show. And I asked him some goofy questions. And here we are fucking 3 weeks later still talking about it. Because apparently Adam Bush, I don't know, was their intention to cover BYB? Or just to steal the weekly Dabble review? Like, I can't figure out. Were they doing it to cover us or just steal our show? The weekly Dabble review.
I think it might be a little bit of both, but definitely he's logging us. Shit, he's putting the time. They're watching us, and
every Wednesday, Adam Bush is watching us.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly, man. Yeah, they're logging us or just logging us. I guess I don't know. They're picking and choosing, so they're not really logging. they're picking and choosing and creatively editing exactly what was said. But we'll get into that. We're going to, folks, we're going to watch the WATP fucking coverage from today. Just is what it is. So if you're annoyed with the whole subject and sick of it, too bad, because that's what we're doing. We're not going to talk a lot of pedo crap, but you know the deal. We definitely have to. We have to go back at the guys. They talk about us. We talk about them. That's how it's going to go. So we'll just keep doing it until they get sick of talking about Quad Father and BYB. It is kind of weird seeing my face on their thumbnail all the time. And I don't really have any hard feelings against Adam Bush necessarily, or Carl. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Right. I was kind of indifferent. I see they are a little bit disingenuous in my eyes. That's an opinion, folks. And we do opinions here, not just straight up facts.
Yeah, I'm very opinionated. So, yeah.
But it's opinions. We're opinion based. That's the other thing I wanted to bring up. Just that fact. You know, when you got the reason we even had Schmuel on is because he hit me up on Saturday and he was like, "Hey, if you guys ever talk about Shuli again, can I come on and kind of take his side with the view thing and the ISO thing?" And I was like, I don't really want to talk about it anymore. I don't actually think my audience is fans of that talk. So I was like, I'm kind of getting the hint that not everybody's into it. So I think we'll just kind of move on. I said it in a lot less words, like, nah, we're pretty much just moving on from that. And then he was like, yeah, well, if you ever do, I'll come on and, take the other side, because I think that you're wrong on all that stuff. And I was like, all right, yeah, whatever. And then somewhere like Sunday, I was like, yeah, fucking come on, let's see what you have to say about it. While we're, while it's still kind of fresh in our minds, etc. And I thought when Schmuel came on Monday, I thought we were gonna, like I said, talk for maybe like a half hour or something like that, and then just then it would have been like, all right, cool, done. But no, like I said, 2 hours later, we were still kind of hollering at each other. So it got serious, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with how it worked out. A lot of people were interested in it. I did get a lot of DMs. I seen a lot of people were talking about it on Twitter and Discord. So a lot of people had a lot of opinions on it. So should we and the ladies that reached out to me, all three ladies reached out and said, I don't mind this kind of talk. I've had issues in the past. I'm glad that the conversation's getting out there, because when people talk about that stuff, at least there's a conversation around it, and that's probably a good thing in the long run. So worst case scenario, we're talking about what pieces of shit pedophiles are, and if anyone has any associations with them, they're probably pieces of shit too. So, and I'm not being very specific right now. I'm saying very much in general that is the case. So just FYI. But yeah, so anyway, when we had Schmuel on, I consider when we had Adam on, when we have Schmuel on, when we ask them questions and they have opinions, I kind of see that as a debate. Now, here's the thing about a debate. You have an opinion, you have your facts that are based on how you feel about stuff or how you see things. Now, at the end of a debate, how many times have you seen the other guy like go, you know what? You won. You were right about everything. I was wrong about everything. Like Adam keeps saying, like, oh, I thought Quad had an open mind. It was like, no, I actually have my own thoughts. Thank you. And I have my own opinions and facts. And no, at the end of a debate, I go, okay, yeah. You have your thoughts. I have my thoughts. That's the end. Okay, our debate time is now over. Moving on. For some reason, they think like, okay, yeah, you had thoughts on this. Okay, cool. Me saying that is somehow a win for you. Me just saying like, you had your own thoughts. Imagine that.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man, and especially without any, Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't real envious of you that night just because I don't think you were real prepared for a couple of the fucking questions. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, on Monday? Yeah, definitely that whole other subject. Whatever. We try not to even bring it up because it's one guy's vendetta against me that sends out an email to every guest coming either on BYB or me going on their shows. And we'll talk about that. I'm not
Right.
bashful about that subject. I'm not bashful that some
Yeah.
fucking idiot had his kid behind him. There's this guy's on screen, and behind him there's a boy with his shirt off. Like, and so an image of a guy's kid behind him. Like, if my kid, like a kid came running through my fucking behind me right now and someone saw it and shared it on fucking Twitter, wouldn't that be my fucking fault for having a kid run through the room? It's the
You
same
should be on that.
fucking thing. Now, if it was a nude kid and a fucking undressed kid, that's a whole other ball of wax, and I get that. But yeah, well, I wonder what that is kind of a weird thought. I guess it's not necessarily your fault if that ends up happening. What do you do if like someone has a kid on a live stream that you're recording? Because everybody's like downloading and recording other people's live streams now, right?
Oh,
let's say that happened. A kid ran behind Stuttering John while fucking Shuli was sniping him or something. Like, is it his fault that some kid ran behind naked?
No, it wouldn't be his fault.
Right. Like, I don't really understand the argument there. So I know that dude's really had it out for me, and he's trying to make it seem like it's something it's not. And I'm fine with that. I mean, I hate the motherfucker's guts, and he's a piece of shit, but I understand what he's doing. But I would blame the person that fucking bites on that story. And Schmuel, in all fairness, he didn't have a clue what the dude sent him. So I don't really even fault him at all for asking me that question. The only part that kind of bugged me was it seemed like he was really pissed off at the moment that he brought it up, which seems a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There was a question or something that you presented to him, and then it seemed like his mood changed dramatically. And then,
Exactly. Peter Sky Parker, why don't you go watch shows in other places and leave? Because nobody really gives a fuck what you think, Peter Sky Parker, about audio. It's all fun and games unless you want it to not be Peter Sky Parker. Because I'll boot you happily, just like Chad did. If you're going to start just being a fag, you were fun in games. You've kind of gone to the next level, and I really don't give a fuck if you're here, honestly. All right, he says, "Block me, you dumb fuck." All right, done. You want it? You got it. Bye. All right, Peter Sky Parker gone forever. Don't care. Indeed. All right, so like I said, when it comes to opinions, I make a point, you make a point. I'm not like Schmuel and Adam both have this thought in their head, like they're going to go into a debate and they're going to convince the person they're debating that they're right, and they'll make you see it the way they see it. Otherwise, there is no, you know what I mean? There is no conversation unless someone like admits the other person was correct.
which I didn't hear that from either party.
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't hear anybody. I mean, for him to take a position that he won the debate or something like that. Yeah, I didn't hear anybody concede anything.
No, but that is my point. It is.
Yeah.
It really is like he came into the debate thinking that he was going to win it and change my mind, but it was like, no, I'm going to have the same. Like nothing you brought to the table changed anybody's mind. I don't think on the podcast or otherwise, like out, like in the viewing audience. Know what I mean?
Yes. I'm having all sorts of
you-
problems if I'm going in and out.
Yeah, I saw you've only gone in and out twice, and it was no big deal. So
Oh.
don't worry too much about it.
All right.
Yeah, if you're having issues, I get it, man. I wonder how that's going to work when we're playing videos, though.
I know. It'll be all right.
Peter Schaffer. Quad's a loser. He'll always be a loser. He'll always be in his wheelchair prison. I can almost hear the echoes of Stuttering John in your voice, Peter Sky Parker, which you hung out with. Peter Sky Parker famously stopped the biggest brawl in AC history between a mountain and a mole, a mountain and a molehill. It's funny. Yeah, imagine not being able to fix your audio. Yes, correct. Oh, okay. Adam Bush is back. Derek, you changed your mind in your episode's description where you said, "Will stop making accusations without proof." Huh? Making accusations without proof. No, I can have opinions. So Adam Bush, I still don't think you understand. And I almost super chatted you today on WATP, but I was like, whatever, man. They can do their show. But yeah, it's like, dude, I have my opinions. I think Shuli knew more than he let on the day he finally came out and said it. Do I have proof of that? No. Do you have proof he didn't? No. So we both have an opinion. You say it's a fact, like, oh, I've got the facts. No, you don't. I don't either. And we both have our own opinion, and we both act, we both are going to move on with that in our minds, that I have my thought, you have your thought. If I don't come around to your thought, doesn't mean you won, bud. And no, you're not in my head. I heard you saying that shit. We'll watch that. Like as if he's in my head. No, actually, I didn't really think much more about you till you guys kept showing my show and saying what a fucking retard I am. Before you guys kept doing that and just going over and over and over the same fucking facts. No, I wasn't really into like going back at you guys. But I guess it's all my fault is why I have to cover this again. And yeah, when we say Shuli knew, I don't fucking necessarily think Shuli knew that the fucking ISO had a hard drive full of fucking kiddie porn. Absolutely don't think that's probably the thing. I would agree with that. I have no idea. I can't prove it. I would feel like he's got kids and probably doesn't touch them in that kind of shit and probably never had kiddie porn. And I don't know if that's why he hung around him. He definitely did hang around with him. He definitely did start a business with him. He definitely was in cahoots with him. Do I think that he touched kids? Shuli himself? No. Do I? Most likely not. I mean, how the fuck do I know? But I don't have facts either way, just like Adam Bush has zero facts either way. Either way. So anyway, I'll stop screaming at fucking Adam and Peter Sky Parker. They probably don't deserve it, right?
Oh, I don't know if it makes you feel better. They do.
Isn't that a song? If it makes you feel better?
Yeah, I think so.
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
I'm like, yeah, shades. You're fucking 100% right. I'm not going around calling people pedophile. Like, so if you watch Kevin Brennan, he's absolutely flat out stating that Shuli's a pedophile. It's the pedophile network. All of that. I have never said Shuli is whatever. I've made jokes like, Shuli pedo crap or whatever, but I've never actually said like Shuli is a PDF. You go watch Brennan from today, you'll hear that 40 times, and he's not making jokes. There's no joke there. It's Shuli is a PDF. Carl probably is one too. That's what you'll hear. I know Peter Scott Park. All right, let's get into it. we're going to watch the old video that kind of backs up a little bit of support on my side. If people actually want to see some half-assed evidence. Okay, you're a fake Adam Bush. I don't know if that's a fake. I guess I can go look.
Hey, Quad. Z-Man here. Sorry to hear about Ying Wee. If you need a new co-host to kickstart those super chats, call me. I'll even come to Oregon and wheel you around town while I crush puss. Mud Shark out.
Jeez. All right. It does appear to be Adam Bush, but let me see. Yeah, it looks like it's actually Adam Bush. All right. I was just checking. I was curious. What's going on here? All right, back to that. Sorry, folks. Sorry. Fucking around here. And a lot of you have, all right, so we got 70 votes in. Why don't another 70 of you folks go ahead and vote in this stream as well? We would appreciate it. So this is a video that someone put up that kind of shows the timeline a little bit better, gives us an idea. Here we go. I think everybody's seen this fucking thing, and I don't really care. We're showing it again.
August 19th, 2024.
So for those of you who have been with us for a long time, from the beginning, the Shuli show, etc., you might remember our producer, former producer, Iso. So it's come to, well, let me fill you in a little bit on the backstory here. Last year, Iso...
He's already rubbing his eyes. Why would you be rubbing your eyes like that? You saw that?
You got something in them?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, like rubbed him.
Informed me that him and his wife were divorcing, and he needed some time away to handle that. So he took his time away. He hasn't been a part of this in any way, shape, or form for over a year since that. It's come to my attention and to all of us here that Iso was arrested for possession of images depicting crimes against children. I can't, I know you're saying spit it out, but I got to be careful with what I say on here, because like our thing, our channel could be fucked up with too much detail.
So that's a really important thing to remember, folks, is that that horrible whole situation happened. But what's really important is to make sure that the channel doesn't go down because of something he says here. That, just remember that. You know, that's what's important. That's what's important.
It's that damn liability.
It's
he was caught with over 6,000 images and videos, and he has pled guilty to the charges. He's currently incarcerated, and he's scheduled to be sentenced in December.
So, okay, so that is the part he starts crying at when he finds out that ISO is incarcerated and is locked up. Is that the part that made him sad? Because that's where he starts crying, is when he starts saying, yeah,
what finally broke
locked up.
It's what finally broke him.
Right. Yeah, weird spot to start crying, right? The guy got locked up. My buddy Eso got locked up. Why is he gone? Exactly.
I want to make sure that everybody understands, you know, there were never any signs of any of this. For those of you who have been with us from the start, I mean, there are many times where, you know, Eso would be producing and you hear his kids in the background, and he always seemed like a good dad to me.
August 20th, 2020.
Yeah. Reverend Billy, what is too much detail to fuck up your channel? Right. Like too much detail. Like, yeah, you can't just flat out say what happened and show pictures of the evidence. But other than that, like what can you say that would fuck up your channel? Like you made it. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. He can't make jokes about it in this exact situation. Got it. But yeah, like what the too much info? Like what does that even mean? What is too much info? That doesn't even make any sense. It'll take my channel down. And as we all know, he took the fucking video down afterwards. So maybe he thought he did say too much.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we do have the entire fucking video. Whether we watch it tonight, I don't think so. I just had it there just in case kind of thing. In case other people started saying like, oh, you're taking it out of context. I was going to be like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, we got that covered too. It is a 7-minute video, and I really don't want to watch him fucking fake cry. Okay.
No.
As it were, if you will.
4.
You knew of his arrest last year and you said nothing. I absolutely did not know of his arrest last year. The last conversation I had with him was that he was taking a break. He was going through a divorce. It was ugly. She's crazy. And that was it. And I said, hey man, you know, whenever you get your shit together, give me a call. We're here. We're doing this. That's it. He never exchanged any phone calls, emails, texts, none of that for a year.
You heard it, motherfuckers. That's a definitive statement. So yeah, when we're saying like definitive statements like that, then of course we can cross-check shit like that, right? Especially if he doesn't come back out and fix it later. PCBPO 23, $5. Thank you very much, sir. Or ma'am, or lady, or whatever you are. I was the one that told him to spit it out in the live chat. I could smell the BS. I've been a cop for 29 years. I know deception. See, and that's all I've ever based my argument on, is the fact that I just think he's deceptive, disingenuous, and not telling the whole story. So when I say what I say, I'm not saying I have proof. I'm saying he just doesn't come off as like very honest in this situation, or many other situations, as a matter of fact, but that one included.
Some just doesn't seem right.
All right, I'm going to take that down. I'll put it back up here in a little bit, PCBO. But yeah, here we go.
October 22nd, 2023.
You're better than him, Shuli. You'll be here with or without John. Hashtag, I love Eso and miss him. Yeah, Eso, I was talking to him the other day. He sends his best. He's taking care of some family stuff. He'll be back. Yeah.
November.
I talked to him, so I haven't texted him, talked to him, called him. Haven't had any don't know anything about what's going on since he got arrested, but somehow he just talked to him the other day during the holidays or whatever. When was that? October 22nd.
2023.
You're better than him, Shuli. You'll be here with or without John. Hashtag, I love Eso and miss him. Yeah, Eso, I was talking to him the other day. He sends his best. He's taking care of some family stuff. He'll be back. Yeah.
November 22nd, 2023.
Can we get an update on Underdog Lady and Eso? Underdog Lady is still freaked out by everything. There's your update for her. Eso's doing great. Hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, Eso's doing good.
Good.
Other than that,
Is he a woman yet? Or is it
not
done?
yet. Surgery, a couple more staples.
December 3rd, 2023.
Watching old episodes when they premiere on the channel and wondering what happened to Iso. Iso's around. Iso's doing some family stuff.
Yeah.
He is a part of this team. He will always be a part of this team, and he will return shortly.
Yes.
Oh man, I bet he wishes he could take that one back now. Motherfucker, that's a shit statement. He'll always be part of the team. Well, I mean, I guess you're always going to keep the same name for the Uncle Rico show, which he came up with, right?
You're also going to keep the same email that has his namesake, right?
Which we showed on Monday. Exactly. Even the email that struck Menser Math was isolinodough at gmail.com. As we showed. Indeed.
We love Iso, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Backbone of this motherfucker.
Good man.
December 31st, 2023.
Kicking it old school. Only thing missing is Iso. Happy New Year, my brother. Give my love to the family. I will, Dodo, and
Big Daddy Doda.
I'll give your love to Iso as well. I was talking to him yesterday. March
2nd, 2024.
So on the 31st of 2023, he said I talked to him yesterday on the 30th of 2023. What was the beginning of the clip? I haven't talked to him, texted him, corresponded with him in over a year. But apparently just other than these 5 times, other than that.
Where's Iso? Iso's here, Bubba. Iso's always here.
Yeah.
April 6th, 2024.
Is Iso on a pilgrimage? Is he coming back to TSN? Right now, he's walking the earth. Now, Iso's around. Iso's a part of TSN. He always is, always will be. Winged Eagle.
Somebody's got to do actual work around here.
Yeah, and Iso's that guy. Exactly.
April 29th.
Yeah, so that's the one that really trips me out because he makes it sound like he is still back there he's still back in the kitchen cooking stuff up for people. Someone's got to work. Someone's got to do stuff. Someone's got to do work around here. Like Joe doesn't do anything. I know he's probably a busy fellow, but I think they all leaned into him being the number one producer from the beginning, right?
Sounds like it.
Because producer Joe was an afterthought. They hired him way later when they realized that they were going to need some more help. But yeah, he didn't come in until way later.
And he's got his own set of problems.
Yeah, no, we've gone through the Shuli network crime family, no doubt about it, man. They got some issues. Joe, the producer, it does seem like the biggest scumbag out of all of them, which is saying a lot. And I'm not counting Bob Levy. I know everybody always says what a scumbag Bob Levy is. Not everybody. Excuse me. That's a misspoke. I misspoke there. But yeah, whatever. A lot of people are like, oh, he's a woman beating drug addict, blah, 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 DUI, blah, blah, whatever. I get it. But I also, I think he's way past all of that stuff now. And he's been good for quite some years now. So I would exclude maybe Zenhauser, maybe Bob Levy from that stuff. Probably Mike Morse too. Mike Morse is a dork, but I don't think he's I don't see him as like a bad character. I just see him as a doofy goober fucking unfunny hack of a fucking guy. Not necessarily like an evil, malicious dude. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine that guy is a fucking comedic coach?
Oh,
apparently
he's like a prop comic, which is even. I guess that kind of makes sense because if you're not funny, you got to pull props out, right? Pull props.
Hey,
out.
it worked for fucking Carrot Top.
Yeah, Carrot Top's not funny whatsoever. That guy.
No.
Whatever. I'm not a huge fan of like stand-up comedy, not since there was good ones. But it seems like there hasn't been. Whatever. Louis C.K. is funny. I think he got fucking cucked, and now he's fucking. He's got a lasso around his ball sack, so he can never be really funny again. They fucked that guy's head up. I think. That's what I'm guessing.
I don't know, Quad. I think in wanting to jack off on everybody while they're in your office, that could be indications of being fucked up sometime before that.
He always asked.
That great point.
Hey, is it cool if I jerk off in front of you? And they were
Yeah, he
like,
always
yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah, you're the funniest guy in the world. Sure, jerk off in front of me. Go ahead. Isn't that why you become the funniest guy in the world? So you can jerk off in front of people and do whatever the fuck you want? Just ask Harvey Weinstein about being the best producer in the world.
it has its benefits.
I mean, wouldn't you want Charlize Theron to touch your sack?
Sure, but I wouldn't do it in that manner, Quad. God damn it.
Fair enough. No, it is pretty sleazy, I'll have to say.
In the earth. Now, ESO's around. ESO's a part of TSN. He always is, always will be.
Always is, always
Winged Eagle.
Somebody's got to do actual work around here.
Yeah, and ESO's that guy. Exactly.
April 6, 2024.
April 29, 2024.
Muffin Top Melinda's. Is ESO going to be at DabbleCon too? You bet your sweet fucking ass he is.
August 2nd.
And he was at fucking DabbleCon too. He was hanging out there with his dad, who was keeping an eye on him because he definitely knew that motherfucker was a pedo. I'm surprised dad doesn't go to the Rochester thing and just scream it out loud. My son, he's a pedo. Or was he waiting to see the final proof himself? Lots of questions, not enough answers.
Yeah, exactly.
2024.
Yeah, you sit there and you go, man, high school was a lot of fun. But this is real life. You can't do that every day. It can't be your mantra unless you are Uncle Rico. That's it.
Right. I agree with that.
Never has a name fit better for a show. Ever. Shout out to ESO. He's the one who fucking named it. He's a goddamn genius, that ESO. That's all I got.
Love it.
I don't know.
That's all I got.
I don't know. So, I just want to tell you guys that. All right, we're up.
We're out. I cried. We're done. I think I proved my point. I cried, so therefore I couldn't have had anything or known anything because I cried properly in the perfect fashion that everybody wanted, apparently. What are you doing? I don't like autoplay at all. Stop that, you motherfucker. So yeah, PCBO, I was the one that told him to spit it out in the live chat. I could smell the BS. I've been a cop for 29 years. I know deception. Were you telling? So I'm kind of curious if you were telling him this during the live chat when he was actually doing the cry video. That's very interesting. Yeah, I would love to know more about that. I'm curious. Anyway, I was the one that told him, yeah, all right, well, if you've been a cop for 29 years, I know you could probably smell bullshit from a mile away. You have dealt with it enough. Reverend Billy, $2. Thank you very much, sir. And I know Reverend Billy is also a super anti-Shuli guy, but I think he's got his reasons as well. And they're all valid. Your thoughts and opinions are valid, sir. Yeah, Adam keeps saying this, like he keeps repeating the same thing about all this stuff, which kind of bugs me. He was like, yeah, when I first watched Quad's show, I saw a show that I thought the guy had an open mind and was willing to hear other opinions and maybe change his mind on what he thinks. Why didn't he come into it like, hey, I wonder if Quad has thoughts and opinions that could change my mind?
Well, apparently not.
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't it a two-way street? Like,
oh, you would think so, man. But yeah, who knows what his, like I said, I think his whole thing was just to come here and start doing what he's doing, what they're doing now. I mean, he was just a malicious fuckhead. So yeah, we need to just come back twice as hard at the bitch.
Yeah, and fair enough, man. Like, how can I move on? And we'll listen to Adam's own words, and I don't know if I'm going to go as far as a malicious fuckhead, but it did seem a little disingenuous that he the way he brought all this up was like, oh yeah, there's a show called the Weekly Devil Review on BYB. I like the thought of a show that covers everything in the Dabbleverse once a week. I just don't know if this is the one. And then goes on the Dabble Point the very next day, and they announce that they're going to be doing the weekly Dabbleverse roundup. And it was like, yeah, okay, that's pretty on the nose. And it's like, yeah, I get it. A lot of shows do shows about what's going on in the Dabbleverse. But do you have to name it like pretty much the name of my show? Like, did you have to do that? You could have just said, like, it's Dabble Point, but we cover stuff in the Dabbleverse. You could have said that, but no, you had to call it the Weekly Dabbleverse Roundup, almost like as if that's exactly what you intended to do. And I don't give a fuck if you're a big show that gets lots of views. I mean, what if I started calling my show what's a show that's smaller than mine? No Filter? What if I started calling my weekly fucking Dabble review, like, what if I called it the No Filter Review? Or I don't know, like, just stealing names outright is kind of weird, honestly. Whatever, do what you want, but you're not going to hurt my feelings. But I can definitely say that's what it seems like from my opinion. Feelings aside, it does seem like that's what you did. Okay, Reverend Billy, sorry, buddy. I would bet $1,000 ISO. Okay, I would bet $1,000 ISO's wife informed Shuli. Right. We got Carl saying that today too, because he caught on to the fact that I was like, yeah, you live in Rochester. Did I say absolutely 100%? Carl knew because he lived in Rochester? Never said that. Never fucking said it. I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is that just adds on another opportunity for these motherfuckers to have found out. So if you have a circumstantial fucking case that you're trying to build evidence, you get as much evidence towards the case that you're trying to build. Would that just be one more piece of circumstantial evidence? Yes, it would be. You're in his area. You know that his name is Isodo, but you know it's the guy's name's fucking Isolino. So how far off is that? It's pretty on the nose for like finding someone's identity.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, that's the other thing. Like how many? That's the other thing about fucking Carl. Like he definitely worked with Isolino. He's met him in person. He's received many messages from him back and forth, emails.
He worked. Didn't he go and work at Carl's little studio?
I think they've all done stuff together in Rochester. So there's no doubt in the world they've met each other and worked together.
Yeah.
Like, is it crazy that you knew the guy's fucking name? No. He's trying to claim like he never knew the guy's name, but that seems off. He pretty much equates the guy to, and you'll see in the clip, he pretty much equates the guy to a chatter. A little more than a chatter, Carl. Little more than a chatter. When you say and do shit like that, it makes me wonder more, not less, when you try to fucking downplay stuff. Like trying to downplay the doxing. Like, it could have been anyone's name. It's probably not even a real person's name. It's probably like a fake name. At least Adam Bush had the balls to call him out on that one. That was good. And whatever. Reverend Billy, $5. One thing for sure, Frog and Shuli lied about Issa. Was he working or not? They said he was, then said he wasn't. Thou shalt not lie, motherfucking sinners. That's right, Reverend Billy. That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of. That is my entire point with the Shuli network, is like I do think Shuli's a liar. Do I have proof of it? No. Do you have proof that he's not a liar? No. Are we both just doing opinion, not fact? Yes. So when you're in elementary school and they teach you the difference between opinion and fact, yes, almost most things in the Dabbleverse are opinion related. I feel like I'm teaching fucking elementary classes to these geniuses that know so much that they don't know anything. That's what I hate, that shit. They're so smart they don't know anything.
I can tell. That fucking chaps your ass, that fucking dipshit. Yeah, when they just offer up their own. Yeah, no, I agree.
PCBPO23, $5. Thank you very much. Yes, during the original live chat, right before he said, well, I have to think about what I can say, he said that in response to my message. Yeah. So obviously you were fucking nailing him in the chat about what the whole thing was about, trying to get him to just get to the point. And he was really trying to make sure he didn't say the wrong thing, which he kind of ended up saying the wrong thing because he said, I haven't talked to Isolino in a year. So when he's sitting there, see, that's the difference. When you're sitting there, and if you're telling a true story, you don't have to think about what you're saying as much. You pretty much have the facts at your side. So yeah, when you're having a hard time to come up with what you're going to say, it means you're thinking outside the box, man. Especially when you're, I don't know, the whole crying thing like throws fucking a monkey wrench into that whole fucking gears, man. It's it is weird to watch him like cry. I don't like that shit. All right. Steve C, $2. I got you, man. But dump pa. You need to send me another super chat explaining what ba dump pa means. Do you mean bada bump or I'm confused, brother. I'll scissor you, motherfucker. You want to come up here to Oregon? I'll scissor you to death. Half to death, even, Steve C. Adam making quad feel. I hate that fucking jingle, by the way. If you want to tell Melton that jingle sucks, I hate it. He needs a new one. Melton making him feel what? Ugh. Disgusting. What do you think about that song, the Melton song?
Yeah, I can't stand it when he plays it. Somebody else plays it too. I forget who the fuck it is, but they play the exact same one.
Really? Because that might be copyright shit, because that's actually Melton's stuff.
Yeah.
Someone made it for him. I can't say I've heard other people play it.
Oh, isn't that the More You Know thing?
No. The More You Know is the More You Know from ABC.
Okay, well,
the Peacock Network.
I don't remember that little song of his, and I thought you were talking about that one. I don't watch him enough.
Right. All right. The other thing I did notice, I've been checking out playboards and stuff myself. So yeah, shout out to Dan the man who loves keeping track of other people's monies, especially Chad's, to make him feel as it were. Indeed. But yeah, I just took a peek at fucking the Shuli network. They really have taken a monstrous hit. We were looking at their Patreon numbers the other day. It is kind of the same thing with WATP as well. But yeah, the one that's really taken a shaking hit lately has been the Shuli network, man. Absolutely. But you can see they're on a downward trend. Very low average views of whatever. We're Quadfather here at BYB, just looking at numbers, but just out of curiosity to see where things have gone for the Shuli network. Just FYI, they're completely out of the top 200 of the best super chat receiving shows. Here we got this. I did see our buddy Misery Loves Company. I think he was like 60 something. Let's take a peek. Oh yeah, most Super chat list. Home. Most super chatted. Here we go. Most super chatted. Um, 61st place. And like I said, I looked through the entire list all the way to 200. And he absolutely, the Shuli network is not in the top 200 right now, which is very, very rare. Very rare. But indeed, that probably makes fucking Kevin Brennan a very, very happy man. Because you know what he cares about. It's that money. Is that money? Them Shulies. And then here's another little ditty. I know I was accused by Carl of being a Redditor. Like I just hang out and check out Reddits all day, every day. Okay, Carl, cool. I don't even know what that means to hang out in Reddit all day because there's nothing going on in a Reddit except for a few posts. Like if you went on the busiest posts, the busiest Reddit right now is probably the Steel Toe Boring Show. And you might find 10 new posts on a busy day. So yeah, like how do you spend your whole day looking at 10 posts? What are you talking about, Carl? Do you not know what Reddit is, or have you ever fucking looked at one? You fucking nerd. All right. Anyway, so Vince the Lawyer gets one post a day in the Shuli's Anonymous Discord. And anyway, as you can see, this whole thing is probably going to piss them off because they did the monetization of that whole fucking thing. Kate Meany recorded, John. Right. I'm not here to stick up for John, but I will say that Vince the Lawyer probably has a pretty good fucking case. We'll see how this goes, but yeah, these guys are all about it. You know that those guys would love to see the Carl and Shuli taken down, John and fucking Vince the Lawyer. But yeah, so DA removed my post about how Shuli Carl will react when served with Stuttering John's lawsuit. Very interesting. Dabblers Anonymous removed a post. I know they claim he just is way too active in there, so that's why they only allow him one post a day. Otherwise, maybe I would be in there all day, Carl, because I would have to read Vince Lawyer's fucking autistic shit. But that's not the case. I simply requested input relating to Stuttering John's lawsuit in New York, alleging they violation Section 50 and 51 of New York by using Stuttering John's audio commercially without consent. There was some good debate, but why would they remove it? Okay. Also, Shuli probably violated a criminal law. Section 51 allows individuals to bring a civil lawsuit when their rights under 50 are violated. 50 does say, long story short, use of voice content without consent. If Carl and Shuli used the John's private video and then they used it to sell something online, like a content house live stream. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, hold that hit in fucking long time, Hawk. Hold that motherfucker in. But yeah, so long story short, there may be there might be a civil way that they can go about getting some money out of Carl and Shuli. We'll see. Carl never seems too worried about it though.
No, he don't give a shit. He don't care.
I get it, whatever. They've been making money off that guy for so long. They had his fucking audio book behind in a Patreon. So like obviously
isn't that illegal? Isn't that illegal?
I mean, I don't know if it's illegal. It's definitely probably against some rule. I don't know, law. Maybe. Hard to say, man. All right. All right, we got a busy chat going on here. I'm not trying to ignore all of you fuckers. Yeah, I saw someone post something about that. But the person posted like this really long clip, and I didn't want to listen to Stevie Lou's voice for that long premium. Sorry, man. Can't do it. Shuli messed up after going after Kevin. So is that why you suspect the numbers are way down, Rever Billy? Is because of his attempt of going after fucking Kevin Brennan? Because Kevin Brennan does seem to be beating him right now. And there's the good point that Stuttering John and Kevin Brennan have always made, which is they don't have 4 fucking producers. So they don't have a bunch of guys working for. They don't have 3 wannabe comedians and 2 producers, like 5 guys to pay or whatever the fuck they got going on at the Shuli Network.
What happened to all their endorsements? Remember back when they had the steak place,
rustic cuts,
and that?
Yeah. No, it's weird that they all just stopped giving them money, isn't it? I think they have 1 left. It's like, don't they have Steve? No, that's Jimmy Norton. Yeah, okay. Jim Norton has he still has Steven Springer.
Steven Springer?
Yeah, the guy that sells the flour, whatever. He's been around O&A for forever. He was around Censored, Compound the entire time. What else? Yeah, he's doing Jimmy's show. Jimmy and Anthony. He's doing it on WABC. WABC.
Nice.
Exactly. Okay, so this guy's you're singing to the choir, brother. PCBPO 23. Carl hides his stupidity behind his dumb laugh. I'm not going to go so far as to say that Carl is stupid. I would never say that about Adam. What I will say is they're being obstinate. They're being difficult. And I'm not trying to convince them, but they're trying to convince me. And for some reason, they think that they're the bigger show. And for some reason, I'm just supposed to like get on my knees and fucking bow down. And no, like I have my opinions, motherfucker. I'm sticking to my guns if you show me fucking definitively that I'm wrong, I will. So when Adam was like, "Hey, I thought Quad was open-minded." Yeah, show me something definitive, and I will fucking come around to your thinking. You've shown me nothing. All he's ever done has been like, "Oh, hey, what? Here's my point in this and that." Like, you don't agree? And then Schmuel did that on Monday a little bit. Like, I explained to him the single argument of my point was Shuli knew I think he knew before he cried on a fucking live stream. I think he knew more than he let on in the crying stream. That is my entire fucking argument. I'm not going to change that unless there's other evidence brought forth. And whatever, it's stupid. Yeah, okay, so everybody in chat, you know what? If you don't like what I'm saying or thinking, you can fucking leave anytime you want. Like, there is no one saying that you have to sit here and listen to me. So if you're just one of these trolls that thinks you're going to throw me off and like make me move on because you want me to, no. I was planning on moving on last week, but these motherfuckers keep dragging me back into this shit. And I don't really give a fuck what any of you think about it. So yeah, you're going to sit here and watch me talk about what I want to watch and talk about, or you can fucking hit the road, hit the bricks. That goes for anybody in the chat right now. I don't really give a fuck. This is what we're talking about. Did I want to talk about this today? No, I did not. But we are, because you know why? Because they covered us for 17 minutes on fucking WATP today. And they said a bunch more shit that infuriated me. So we'll shots fired back. That's how it's going to work. All right, there we go. We're doing it, motherfuckers. And if you don't like it, the door's right there. Don't let it hit you with where God splits you. WATP. Yeah, bye. Bye. You didn't even have to say bye. I don't even care. Just leave. Don't even say goodbye. Just leave. Nobody wanted you here in the first place unless you wanted to be here. It's like Peter Sky Parker. It's like nobody ever asked him to show up and tell me how my audio was, because you know what? I listened to my audio back from Monday and it's fine. And whatever you say about my audio doesn't mean anything to me when I listen back to it and I think it's fine. I'm not fixing something that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. My mama always fucking said. Right, Honk?
100% Quad.
I mean, why did you make the thumbnail? I made that thumbnail. What is my thumbnail? It's because Schmuel came on and defended. We thought he looked like the guy from the Saw movie. And then he kind of defended Shuli, and I thought Shuli doing the fake crying with Schmuel in the background, I thought it kind of made sense and it all went together. So it looked pretty seamless to me. I don't know. Tell me what you think. If you liked the thumbnail, put a 1 in the chat for me. I thought it was pretty good. Schmuel does definitely look like the dude from Saw. Honk, did you like my thumbnail?
Oh, yeah. I always like. You always do my thumbnails. I enjoy them all.
Oh, shit. You just let the cat out of the bag, my friend. Oh, man. I'm going to get heat from your channel now, too?
Oh, well. That'll be all right, man.
I don't know if I can handle it.
Well, seeing how I've got a handful of viewers, it won't be real tough.
Yeah, we'll be working on that. We'll be working on her. All right. Well, there's 3 1s in a row. I like the number game. Thank you for being honest and not just fucking with me too, because that's what they usually do. They usually just put funny shit in there. All right, here we go. We're gonna start it up right where the action gets good. Adam Bush, he just said, "Yeah, BYB's a little channel with very few viewers and a bunch of people on screen." All right. Well, if you don't like the way it's set up, then why are you constantly watching it? Oh, that's right. Because we had the show from Monday night to tune into. Appointment viewing. If you like fucking shit going down in the Dabbleverse, that's what BYB is really trying to do. And every once in a while, have a fuck around show like we did on Friday. All right.
Damn good.
I hope. Yeah, I thought it was good, man. All right.
Yeah.
We're doing it. We're having it. It's happening. Are you you did watch this, right?
Yeah, I watched some of it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's like 17 minutes long. I don't even think I got to catch all of it. I came in late, but at least it was they left it up so we could watch it. I'm glad.
Yeah, that was mighty nice of them.
Like to talk about the Dabbleverse. Who doesn't love that?
Is that loud enough? That seems quiet. Huh?
Yeah.
Good enough for you? You could hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear it decent.
It's just, it's straight from their channel. I don't know why it would be a little quiet, but it seems.
Sure. Mm-hmm. So what were they talking about on this recent episode?
Well, as we've been discussing and I've been learning, it's crucial that you take a side if you're going to comment in the Dabbleverse. You can't just keep your mind open. You have to have allegiances. And Quad has very strong feelings about Shuli, and he's been naming every episode about Shuli and really covering this as much as he can. And he did not like when I was on his show. It didn't go well for him, and he's been kind of like battling me in the mirror ever since I left. He keeps going over these points when he's by himself, and
he sure is taking credit for a lot of stuff. He thinks after he was gone from the show that I really gave a fuck. The next day after that, we had Christian Blatt on, had a whole other conversation, nothing to do.
You should be creeped out by the fact he knows what you're doing in the private of your own home.
Yeah, staring in the mirror and having arguments with him in the mirror.
Right.
Wild
right,
shit.
Right.
Man. Like you're giving yourself a lot of credit there, Adam. I know you probably think that's some kind of own or something, I guess. But yeah, not necessarily. And I did look at all of the shows we did, and no, not all of them were even close to being. Let's take a peek. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? BYB. View my channel. All right, let's see. What do we got live here? So here's my latest. So today, Monday, yeah, those are Shuli topics, right? And Carl from a Monday before that. So, and before that, it's all Opie, Steel Toe, Chad. Opie, Steel Toe, Chad. The pretty antisocial ladies. Steel Toe, Stuttering John, Joey C. Do you see Schmuel anywhere? You see Schmuel? Yeah, go ahead. Just whenever you see not Schmuel, Shuli. Whenever you see Shuli, just go ahead and yell, "Hey, there's a Shuli." Shuli? 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 Oh, no Shuli? Never? Never? Not once? Never? Shuli? Where are you, Shuli? Don't see ya. That's right, because I don't ever fucking cover Shuli. Adam, get your fucking facts together, dude. Yeah, you're the one out there saying all these facts, but apparently you're totally uninformed. So that kind of makes you look stupid, dude. To be serious right now, you kind of look like a douchebag. Because the one time that I had someone on from WATP, because you guys are closely tied to Shuli, the one time I finally got one of you fuckers to come on my show, I asked you like 2 questions about Shuli. I don't even think we nearly even spent that much time on fucking Shuli when Adam came on. I already asked you this, right?
Yes, you did. No, we hadn't.
All right, thank you. I don't think we spent fucking hardly any time, dude.
He did that for 3 or 4 episodes. He'd keep bringing them up and doing that thing that you would mention with John when he would be like, I know you're going to look at this, Carl. Like you're in his head. And I can
Yeah.
see
It's
him.
out of nowhere. Right.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling.
No, he knows you're going to clip it. On Monday, do you remember me saying, oh, fuck, we're getting clipped for WATP?
Right. Exactly.
I said that. I didn't know if like Doom or anyone else really gave a fuck, but I was like, oh yeah, Adam's watching. Adam's going to make timestamps. I was like, I wonder how many timestamps Adam's going to make of this show.
Right.
It was about 5, but yeah, not too many, I guess. They could have spent a lot more time on us. The show before that, they spent 45 minutes on us. Today, they only spent 17. So they only spend an hour and 2 minutes of their time watching BYB. So barely. Yeah, barely. You know, it's almost like who's in whose head, motherfucker. Seriously? Like you guys spend a bunch of time. You're forcing me to watch this shit back and argue your points because that's what you guys wanted to do. So we're going to do it. Right.
Well, goddamn, let's hope that they spend 2 hours on us next time. That's my hope.
I don't care if they follow us or watch us. That's fine.
Yeah,
they'll never show where. Yeah, they're never going to show like. Anyway, so he's bothered that I have rebuttals to what he says, but he's not going to go back and show those one by one. He's only going to show what he wants you to see. That's how it works. That's how it works. We're going to watch the entire thing and break it down.
And you can see him still, arguing with me on his show 3 or 4 episodes later. And I guess that wasn't enough. So he's like,
I'm not arguing with anyone. What don't you understand about argument? This is how an argument works. You have an opinion. If you can't change my mind, then no, I'm not going to come around to what you want me to think. I still have the exact same, that I'm not arguing. I'm just saying, this is what I think, and that's it. End of story, dude. It's not that complicated. He thinks what he thinks, and that's fine. I don't give a fuck. Think what you want. Ugh.
I got to get what Granny Hall would call a real Jew in here and have them defend Shuli like Adam did. And then I can tell him all the things that I've been thinking of for the last 4 weeks and own this guy and feel better and get over it. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. And
so this is Schmuel Buckman who joined the show.
Yes, who I'm not familiar with. What is his history? Where does he come from?
He's a big fan of the Dabbleverse. I see his name popping up all over, especially on the Shuli network.
Did he have to be named Schmuel? It makes it so hard. We're trying.
He's an Irishman, which is funny. That's the funniest one.
He's thinking he's a Jew, ain't he?
Yeah, exactly. He thinks Schmuel's a Jew, and he thinks I had Schmuel on. So, like, I tried to explain that to everybody, and I almost sent him a screenshot of the DMs me and Schmuel had. But yeah, it was Saturday last week. Schmuel said, like, in the morning, it was pretty much, I'll paraphrase it. Schmuel can fucking argue with what I say, but it's fact. He was like, yeah, you've had a bunch of good shows this week. Good job, man. And then it was pretty much like, yeah, but I disagree with what you were saying about Shuli. Your points about ISO, Shuli knowing, and about the view thing too. He was like, I would, if you ever have that discussion again, I would gladly come on and argue for Shuli's side. So that's pretty much how this fucking Monday thing happened again. He brought that up. I had really not expected to fucking go after Schmuel like it happened. I said that. But yeah, absolutely. It was his idea to come on and argue for Shuli. And I was like, Sunday after, I don't even know, whatever me and Schmuel talked, I was like, yeah, basically, yeah, come on. We'll go ahead. Let's do this. Let's have that conversation today. Why not? I was like, fuck it. We'll do it one more time and move on. And obviously that's not what's happening again. Here we are.
So hard here. And like,
poor
really,
Adam.
We got Shuli and Schmuel.
Yeah, I know. It's been a tough go these last couple of years too.
Okay, all right. But either way, this went so poorly for Quad that I would like to start at the end when everyone's just talking over each other and kind of it's chaos and
everything always goes poorly for me. You notice a trend here, Honk?
I didn't realize it, but until you said something, but I didn't realize how poorly everything fucking went for you. He's right.
Every show I ever do, everything goes poorly for me. Yep. I hate it, man. Yep. Like all these people just come on here and dunk on me. It's sad. I wish I could. Yeah. I'm in a wheelchair, man. I'm short. Quit dunking on me. It's too easy. Motherfucker.
And Quad is reduced to just saying the opposite of whatever his guest is saying, and that puts him in a bad position.
Yeah, because it's almost like Schmuel said, "Hey, I have differing opinions," and I was like, "All right, that's fine. Come on." It's almost like I was willing to have another conversation about something I didn't really want to talk about, but was open to it. So let's do it. Nonsense. Everything you were saying was nonsense.
You win every argument. I
know that. I don't win it. I don't win every argument. There's no doubt about it. I get owned all the time.
You know everything. You know what Shuli knew, when Shuli knew it, that he
never said I did. Never said I did.
He did this.
Never said I did.
Jack is on saying Shuli took money.
Okay. I just want to, real quick for context, I'm sure most people know what we're talking about, but Shuli's producer, a guy I knew as Iso Doe, who actually lives in the Rochester area, was caught with CP on multiple devices, hard drives, whatever it is, and was sentenced to, I think, 5 years in prison. He had been off of Shuli's show for about a year before that, and then it was discovered that he was convicted of this thing, and so Shuli came on and did a live stream where he basically was like very distraught about the whole thing and talked about donating to this charity that tries to help children who have been trafficked and stuff like that. And since then, mainly Vince the lawyer, has been pushing this narrative that Shuli knew well in advance of him making that video. And this seems to be a really big deal to guys like Quadfather. They talk about it all the time. It's a very important thing.
The fuck I talk about it all the time, Carl. You don't know what you're saying. You're fucking talking out of your ass again. You have no idea. I rarely bring it up, you motherfucker. Quit putting fucking what do you think? I do a bunch of shows about Shuli fucking knowing? No, I rarely talk about it. Like I asked Honk, how many times do you remember me talking about that shit in recent history? And am I the only? It's Vince the lawyer and Quadfather are the only people in the Dabbleverse talking about the fact that they think that Shuli may have known something before the day he said something.
Well, Kevin Brennan says it every day. So there's another one.
It's pretty much Vince the midget lawyer. I'm just going to start making that noise for him because he's closeted. But yeah, like laugh all you want, Carl. It doesn't take away from what I just said. You can try to spin it however you fucking want to. The very simple answer is a lot of people think that you fucking knew before. Is it Vince? It's only Vince the lawyer, Kevin Brennan, and Quadfather? It's 3 guys? Really? Is that true? Is that true? Let's take a peek. Oh, that's kind of funny. You know why, Carl? Because right now, as far as the poll question, who's the most disingenuous person in the Dabbleverse? 53% of them are picking Shuli right now. So you know what that tells me? Your point is fucking nuked right there. Fucking, that's fact. A lot of people think Shuli's full of shit. So there you go. Do people trust Shuli? Apparently not, Carl. Apparently fucking not. Imagine that, Carl. You're not the arbiter of the Dabbleverse, even though you're going to steal my fucking name, you son of a bitch. All right, moving on. I get fired up listening to this shit.
When did Shuli know about ESO, and was he hiding that from people until it finally came out and everyone knew about it? So that's what they're discussing here.
Mm-hmm.
And you just heard Quadfather say that he's never claimed that Shuli knew. He never said that.
Oh,
Adam, you could.
Oh, Adam is so. Look at that. Look. Oh.
Boy, babe.
Yeah. Oh, we got him, Carl. We got him. I got my hand on your shoulder, Carl. You better aim real good. That quad's right over there. Aim real good. Fire!
Boy,
fire! Babe. You got him, Carl. You got him. Is this a fucking? I mean, Carl steals everything else Melton does. Why not fucking do it? Do this too. Motherfucker, that guy fucking steals just about every thought that ever came out of Melton's head. I know Carl was out of new ideas, so I guess this is where we're at. Wow. Carl's out of good ideas. Jocktober is a one fucking track pony. And yeah, him and Adam are just so happy to set their sights on shows like BYB and Jake Hudson and what's his name? Skinny Chad, Clearwater Chad. I don't know. It's the long list of fucking lame shit they cover. BYB included. Yeah, whatever, dude. If we're such a shitty nonsense show, then why are you covering us? Like, what good does it do to cover us if we're so fucking bad and pointless? We shouldn't even exist, according to these guys, right?
Yeah, like I said, if they want to play the game, we shall play.
We're playing it right now, bud. It's happening. We're talking. It's happening. I have no problems with Schmuel right now. These two motherfuckers I really have a fucking problem with. Schmuel and me are good. You could take that to the bank. As of right now, me and Schmuel have no problem. Me and Carl and fucking Adam, we got problems, dude. You guys are starting to be real scumbags.
Go back to previous episodes if you wanted to.
I'd heard him say it.
Multiple examples.
And then I realized I didn't even have to go that far. Here are examples of him saying that Shuli knew before he said it, just from this episode alone, including before and after he denied saying it 3 times in a row.
Shit. Did the rooster crow 3 times as well? Oh, shit. The symbolism, my friends. The symbolism goes deep. It's dip your toes into the river of iniquity, and this is what you're gonna come up with. The rooster cockadoodle dude 3 times, and Jesus came down and bitch slapped Quadfather and broke his fucking neck. We both fucked up at 33, by the way. That is, and we got 33 viewers right now. So you want to make fun of my show? Go for it. All right. G Rob loves Buzzard Quad. I like it. We're doing it. Buzzard,
including
Quad.
Before and after he denied saying it 3 times in a row.
Thrice. When we're saying like Shuli knew before the day he made his little crying video that that entire situation was going on long ago, long before that.
How do you know that?
I mean, it was out there. Like, there's no way that even Carl didn't know about this shit. Like, why would he come out and make a crying video if he already knew? Because he's a disingenuous fuck. Oh no! I was gonna say, is this a full sip by Carl, or is this just a regular drink? He didn't lie, so I guess. Why would he come out and make a crying video if he already knew?
I'm sorry,
because he's a disingenuous fuck. I didn't know if you were going to make a point. Sorry there, man.
No, I just didn't like the smug look on his face when he was taking that.
They pretty much always have smug looks on their face. I don't know if you noticed. Even when they smile and do their fake laughing bullshit, they still have some smug air, some smug look about them. It's
arrogant, son of a bitches.
It does come off that way, man. Would be my point. Yes. That Shuli's a faker.
So he
he's
play
good.
acted that entire crying video. That's what
Yes,
you did.
I think so. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Again,
because I think he would have known that
assumption.
before that day. Like I'm saying, if you know before that day and then you come make us a crying video, go fuck yourself.
Right. But you don't know that he knew that beforehand.
But I will say that I think that he's disingenuous and knew a way fucking more than he's letting on about what happened with fucking Isolina.
Not based on anything other than your feelings. But that's not really what you've done on this show.
I think what everyone is saying that he knew all about this for way longer than he fucking knew or is telling us about. That's what the problem is. We all think that he knew about the charges or what was going on and was too much of a bitch to come out with it.
Shuli knew. You haven't said Carl knew. You haven't.
No, I said Shuli knew. I said Carl knew. I would. What's saying that they knew?
So you're using
what I'm saying they knew is that there was charges against him before they came out with the statement that they. Shuli probably knew before the crying video, most likely. I feel like there's no way that he didn't know before that day. I don't believe it. Wouldn't believe it.
No fucking way.
It's impossible.
Improbable.
Indeed.
What a show. 3 hours of this. Just going. I bet Shuli knew. Oh,
all right. Well, actually, it was about 2 hours of it for one. And what did they just prove? That everything I've been saying is very consistent?
Right.
What did they just prove? That I keep saying the exact same fucking thing and I'm very consistent with, I believe Shuli knew before he said he did. I can't believe we're doing another fucking episode explaining the same thing I've been saying this entire time. In my opinion, hasn't changed. And why they think they need to keep trying to change my opinion is, boy, oh boy, they're working really hard for some reason at this. Aren't they, Honky?
I agree with you. I don't know why that we've become such an interest to them. But
all of a sudden, this one very, very sensitive topic, all of a sudden, they're very interested in BYB.
Yep. They are.
It's almost like they're working overtime to prove otherwise. Why are they so obsessed with proving otherwise? They're very dismissive at WATP. They dismiss everybody offhand all the time. But for some reason, this very specific topic really got fucking either under their skin or do I want to say they're covering something up? I kind of do. I do kind of feel like that's the case. Like, why are they so obsessed? They're saying I'm the one that's obsessed. That's projection. I'm very consistent with my message. I might flub a line here and there and fucking have to be like, take it back and be like, no, but I like I'm not a fucking wordsmith, dude. I never said I was an English teacher. But I will say I'm very consistent on this point.
That you are.
Shuli definitely do. Carl definitely do. These are Stuttering John talking points.
Yeah,
is what they're doing now. They're just regurgitating things.
I mean, the Quadfather's just Stuttering John. He's a fucking idiot. I mean, isn't that just besmirch me, right? 100%. Absolutely. Yes, sir. 100%. No, this is not a fucking stuttering. I love that stuttering. Let's hear the whole thing because I shouldn't cut him off.
3 hours of this just going. I bet Shuli do. Oh, Shuli definitely do.
So, Carl, you watched 3 hours of my show?
No, he didn't.
He didn't. So he don't know that I did about 2 hours of it, and then we talked about other shit the entire time.
Oh, he knows what Adam told him, but yeah, he didn't watch that. Adam did
hours though.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, so you think Adam came there and represented it, or do you think Carl just says stuff he doesn't even know to be true?
I think Adam just brings him the deal. I don't know if he watches the clip beforehand with them. Apparently not, but
no, you remember famously when he came on, there's no script, there's no they show up right before they go live. They don't talk about anything. They don't have bullet points. They don't have, you remember when he told us all that? I asked him.
Yeah, I do recall it.
All right, Carl. Let's hear that point again.
Improbable.
Indeed.
What a show. 3 hours of this just going. I bet Shuli do. Oh, Shuli definitely do. Carl definitely do.
So Adam probably did watch 3 hours of it. So he probably actually has the information that we only did like 2 hours of it.
Right.
So which makes him a little disingenuous if he indeed watched the 3 hours.
Well, I think he's the one that did before Carl.
Yeah, well, apparently Adam watches 3 hours of this show, every show, waiting for this, apparently.
These are Stuttering John talking points.
Yeah,
is what they're doing now. They're just regurgitating things a moron says.
Or half of the Dabbleverse. According to the whatever. I didn't ask. I guess if the poll question was, are Quad's points Stuttering John's talking points? Are they? I guess that would have been the correct poll question for today. But instead, what I did was, who's the most disingenuous guy in the Dabbleverse? And half of the people voting so far say, over half are saying Shuli, which kind of reaffirms what I'm saying, which is that I think a lot of fucking people in the Dabbleverse agree with what I'm saying.
Well, if the poll. Sorry.
Yeah, so according to Carl, the only person that says this stuff is Vince the Lawyer, Stuttering John, and Quadfather at this point. I guess three of us. All three of us we're all on our own. Like a Rolling Stone.
I've said this before. I'll just say it again.
I really set you up for a song I thought you might know there, buddy.
Who, me?
No, the other guy here on the show. Jesus Christ, Honk. Hello.
Are you talking about the Bob Dylan song?
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah,
I said okay, I set you up, man. I gave you a little second there where you could have fucking rolled with it. Like
well, I was trying to figure out what the hell you were referring to. I didn't know Miss Producer had snuck in the back door. So
so stupid to say that I knew anything about Iso Do. I didn't even know his real name. His name is not Iso Do. That's the only thing.
I know. It's almost like his name's on the emails that he sends you all the time. And it's almost like you met him in real life a few times and worked with him. Totally didn't know him whatsoever. Never met him hardly. Totally didn't live in the same town as him. Totally innocent. And I'll take your word for it at this point, but I'm just saying it does seem likely that you knew. I don't know that to be true, though, Carl. And I won't say I've never have said Carl knew. I've never put that in there. I've definitely said it about Shuli, but I've never put that on Carl. Maybe I should start just saying it, I guess. It really seems to bug him. I don't know. Well, yeah, so you knew that he got arrested? Does that, I mean, I guess he probably would have come out with that, right?
I knew him from. And they go, well, this is what Sonny John says. I don't know. Quad Brother says this. Sonny John goes, well, it had to be big news in Rochester if this guy was caught with all this CP on their devices. Well, you know, there's other fans of the Dabbleverse in Rochester, right? There's hundreds of people in Rochester who follow this shit. None of them decided to go on Dabbleverse Anonymous or the WATP subreddit or anywhere.
Okay, so there's a bunch of other chatters in Rochester, which proves what? Because if anyone didn't know Isolino's real name, it would be the chatters. So yeah, of course the chatters didn't see it. How many chatters live in Rochester? I don't know. It seems like we're doing fucking gymnastics to try to get to a point here. But you probably did know his full name, dude. You got emails from the motherfucker and worked with him. So yeah, I'm not surprised a bunch of people in the Dabbleverse wouldn't know who he is in real life. Right. I would have a hard time believing that no one did. Sorry, go ahead.
Right. Well, Phil Elmore's also from the Rochester area. Perhaps he knew ESO.
Yeah. All right. Phil Elmore uses his real name.
This is true.
So if he did something, yeah.
And show the news clip or the story. How is that possible? Maybe no one knew. I'm just throwing it out there that nobody fucking knew. And it's weird to watch something like this, Adam. And I'm sure you've been in this situation before, considering your profession, where there's always people speculating about gossip and you know the truth. And you go, well, these people are just fucking wasting their time. They have no idea what they're talking about. What kind of losers spend so much time talking about something they know nothing about? They're just speculating randomly.
Carl, WATP, your entire fucking basis of your show, Carl. Have you ever watched WATP, Carl?
Get a big old butt.
Have you ever watched a show that speculates constantly? Yeah, I watch WATP. I've seen it a few times. Absolutely. Unfucking believable that just came out of his mouth. Can you imagine not being able to see yourself in the mirror? Holy.
He's pretty proud of himself there. Take a look at that mug.
It's the same mug he has every fucking point he's ever made. So no matter what, every point he's ever made is so okay. Just for clarification, if you guys ever watch WATP, they only spout facts. They never speculate. They're never wildly speculating at what might be going on, that it's possibly gossip, etc. They only work in facts like like a detective. They're true detectives over there at WATP. Only facts. Only the facts. No speculation ever. Holy fuck, man. We're not going to get past this clip today. This show is actually going to be 3 hours of fucking this bullshit. Unlike Mondays, like they said it was. Unlike their miscalculation or misrepresentation, this one will be the 3-hour show.
For a long time, too, I speculate about shit, then I move on. Whatever. If Point Dabble Point was about the same thing every week, we would have definitely wrapped that thing up and been done with it.
He's also playing coy and he's playing the same game that he played with me. What does Shuli knew mean? We know what that means.
Right.
We know what you're implying.
He goes, I didn't say that. The name of this episode is Shuli Knew.
I didn't say that. So why did you have this guy on, Quad? I mean, when confronted with anything, you refuse to change your mind. You want that person to be bad, and you won't be satisfied until that happens. But unfortunately, you're not as smart as the people you're having on, and you're not as smart as the people that are watching, and they can see what's going on and how you seem like a spoiled baby crying in a toy aisle that didn't get what they wanted. You'll literally just say anything to make this person feel bad, and you're so bad at it. They just get empowered. So that's like why I like watching it.
So that there was so much right there. So like a spoiled baby, I don't really care. That's just trying to get in my feels. That ain't gonna work. So let me back. I have to hear that again.
Toy aisle that didn't get unfortunately, and refuse to change your mind. You want that person to be bad, and you won't be satisfied until that happens. But unfortunately,
no, I never thought, like I said, what a debate is. I still don't think Adam exactly has a full grasp on what a debate is, because a debate is something where both people have opinions and thoughts, and you put them all out there on the table. Schmuel did say he got frustrated because he couldn't change my mind. But how do you change my mind when I think that Shuli knew? I don't have proof of it, but neither do you guys. You guys, I just showed a video earlier in the show where it actually kind of contradicts what Shuli's trying to say. So if you want to go to the fucking record, Carl is always saying play the clip, right? Did I not play the clip tonight? Played the clip. I played the clip. We started with that clip. I played the clip, Carl. So if you guys are going to cover this again, you're going to have to fucking admit that Shuli did say that he had conversations. I mean, what that video pretty much showed is that Shuli lied about not having contact with Iso during the time period he said he had not talked to him. I played the clip. I played the fucking clip. You're always saying play the clip. So what I expect now is for the next WATP to show that clip that I just showed in my explanation of everything I said. What are the chances that happens, Honk?
That ain't gonna happen, brother. That isn't gonna happen. And they heard you. They heard you. You know they're listening right now. Adam is at least, so he heard the challenge.
Oh yeah. He ain't putting these. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But he's not writing these timestamps down. That's a fact.
No, not at all.
All right. All right. So why do I think he's fucking disingenuous now? So he's saying I'm playing coy, I'm playing cutesy, and I'm acting like a spoiled baby. No, I never thought that I was going to convince Schmuel off of his points. Same as Schmuel thought he was going to convince me that he was right and that I would fucking change my opinion of what happened. And that didn't happen. And he's the one that got upset. Like, you can try to rewrite history. Go back and watch that show again. I got pissed off when he brought up fucking ancillary opinions or ancillary things that had nothing to do with what we were talking about. He thought that it had something to do with what we were talking about. It really didn't. It was a whole other subject. But yeah, when he tried to sideswipe me with that new stuff, I got fucking pissed off. But other than that, I just held to my guns on my opinions. Very simple.
You're not as smart as the people you're having on, and you're not as smart as the
damn Schmuel's way too smart for me.
People that are watching, and they can see what's going on and how you seem.
No, here's what I want right now. I want everyone to see right now. I want you all to see Quadfather just fucking blowing it so bad that it's easy just to fucking nail me to the wall now, nail me to the cross, dude. It's so obvious that I'm like a spoiled little baby that doesn't know what I'm saying. Fucking petulance.
Like a spoiled baby crying in a toy aisle that didn't get what they wanted. You'll literally just say anything to make this person feel bad, and you're so bad at it, they just get empowered. So it's like why I like watching it.
All right. Yeah. Well, also, Adam, it seems like I'm getting empowered because you're so wrong. To be honest with you, I'm feeling very empowered right now because I'm beating all of your points one at a time. Keep them coming, buddy.
Yeah, Schmuel Buckman seemed to do a pretty good job of getting underneath that.
And I'm not even actually, is that what we're really trying to do here? Like make him think what I think is right? Because he's not going to change his mind. He still thinks Shuli didn't know anything right up to the point where he started bawling like a little, speaking of babies, baby. Reverend Billy, fuck you, Adam, for sticking up for somebody who's lying for a pedo. There's no other way around it. I'm just going to keep reading yours, Reverend Billy, because you're bringing them in here. So, Reverend Billy, Carl tried to lie about ISO wife telling people, but Vinny from the Creep Off said, yes, he did. And then Lady K said, oh, yeah, that's right. He did. Oops. Yeah. And it's almost like Vinny Paulino didn't want to go on fucking Schmuel's show last night because of this whole conversation coming up. And maybe Vinny Paulino was a little bit worried that Schmuel might actually ask him a real question like, how did you guys have your story not fucking straight when that question was asked to Vinny back fucking, a year and some odd time ago? Whoops. Oops. Yeah, sometimes you guys accidentally do say shit on streams, just like fucking Shuli did. Shuli apparently didn't know that he had talked to Iso. He forgot in the crying video. Good thing they took it down, right? And nobody recorded it. Holy fuck me, dude.
Quadfather's skin on this episode.
And what's really interesting is how we got to this point where he's kind of
sure is.
And that's because
why?
It was brought to Quad's attention that a member of the BYB panel had taken a screen grab of some boy with his shirt off and spread it around. That's what Quad was asked. He would say, I don't have the source. I don't know. Here's an anonymous accusation.
Yeah. Okay. So after an hour and a half of not being able to convince me of what he wanted, what he exactly wanted me to think about the fucking Shuli situation, he got frustrated. We were in a heated discussion, and all of a sudden, at a left fucking field, here comes this new argument. Which, yeah, okay. So some motherfucker had his camera on, and some fucking shirtless boy came walking behind the guy. There is a still image of a guy on screen with his kid in the background. Who gives a fuck? Keep your stupid fucking ugly fat retarded kid out of my fucking screen, dude. And is it my fault you had the motherfucker on your screen? No. Is it a pedophile fucking picture? No. Who gives a fuck where that picture goes? And anyway, what ended up happening is someone got a hold of the picture and sent it to the dude. And he's had a hard on for BYB ever since. And that's his fucking problem. And I really don't give a fuck, Luca the Vine. Go fuck yourself, as Elon Musk would belovedly say. And I really don't give a fuck what you think about it, bitch. And there's nothing you can do about it, bitch. You fucking heard me, Luca the Vine, you little bitch. You ain't shit, and I'll do fucking whatever I want to you, motherfucker. Yeah, that is a fucking threat. Why don't you fucking record that shit, you little punk? Yeah, so what? Yeah, I did fuck with you real life, motherfucker. And yeah, so what? Why don't you make another video about it, you little pussy? I don't give a fuck. I hope everybody in the Dabbleverse hears what a piece of shit I am from Luca the Vine. I don't give a fuck. And I know you're in my chat right now, and I don't give a fuck what you think or what you're saying. You keep sending emails to every single guest I have coming on my show. You keep sending fucking emails to every person's show I'm going on. guess what? It doesn't ever fucking stop. I keep rolling and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. Bitch, you're my bitch, punk. You're my bitch. You're not good. Yes, T-Ness. I'm sorry, dude. I did just roll into a Kumian's Cox. You got me. You got me. No, I'm not Chad. Not Chad. Come on, dude. You're not good. Look at the vine. You're not good. Oh. That's a fact, Jack.
What say you, Quad? And here's how he responds.
What say you, Quad?
Well, actually, here's the accusation.
I have a DM that I received earlier today that one of the people on this panel sent out somebody's kid's shirtless pictures, a young boy. But
I'm not a young boy.
I don't know where that information came from.
Yeah, it's almost like Luke at the Biden sent you a DM that said, yeah, Quad sending naked pictures of my son around. Or whatever, a shirtless boy. I guess that's what he just said, right? He said shirtless boys around. No, actually what it is your fucking full screen with your stupid ugly kid in the background. Your little retarded Down syndrome kid who probably has fucking what do they call that? Alcoholic syndrome, the fucking
fetal alcohol poisoning.
Alcohol syndrome. Yeah, fetal, just like his dad has fetal alcohol syndrome. And he probably loves that I'm talking about him right now. He doesn't give a fuck about his own kid. You know why? Because after that picture came to him, do you know where else it went? Everywhere. He sent that to everyone in DM saying, look what BYB's doing. They're sending pictures of my kid around. And so it bugged him so much. The picture bugs him so much that he sent it to everybody complaining about it like a little bitch. I guarantee he sent it to way more people than BY. I had people all over the Dabbleverse being like, dude, what's this? Why is this weirdo sending me pictures of this? And I was like, that's fucking weird because he's a fucking weirdo. That's why. He wanted to get me so badly that he was willing to use his own kid as a pawn in a game that he shouldn't be playing. Pretty sad, if you ask me. That's fucking pathetic. That's a sick motherfucker right there. A guy that sends pictures of his own kid around the Dabbleverse to get a guy because he's so fucking pussy hurt. Pathetic.
Not that I don't know where it came from, but I don't know that it's true. And I'm not going to associate that person and the other people on the panel with that behavior.
Well, who sent it out?
Case.
Who sent it out?
We're
Then don't bring it up, dude. If you ain't gonna
was it their own
don't bring it the fuck up.
Oh, weird. So if you don't know the facts, you shouldn't bring it up. That's weird.
And it wasn't even a question. They're like, this is how life is.
Right, yeah.
Like, there are morals.
What are you thinking?
No, the point is that Schmuel knew nothing about it and got sent a DM. I don't know if you've ever been going on a show and someone DMs you like some nasty crap about a dude. I guess it's okay to ask him about it. I don't really. It's fine that he did that. It just seemed weird as far as the timing of the show that out of nowhere he threw it up there because he was like, we were arguing for what, an hour and a half to that point.
Right.
About is it right or wrong, Shuli knowing,
Right.
and then that shit got thrown in our face.
He did say, if you go back and watch that, he does say that he got it like over an hour ago. I mean, even before he came on, that's the impression I got. So he had that for
exactly
a long
what he
time.
said. Yeah, he said I got it like an hour before the show.
Yeah.
So when he came in 15 minutes early to hang out with us before the show,
right,
could have been a good time to like, hey, dude, what's up with this?
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway,
You're just like gonna speculate and start accusing people of stuff when you don't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do such a thing?
And this is the best part right here. Here is how a proud gun enthusiast and patriot like the Quad Father handles an anonymous secondhand threat. Here's how he handles it.
Your kid
If you're
accidentally
stupid enough
walks in-
not to
your kid
protect your kids
accidentally
from
walks
live streams,
into a picture that you don't believe is being sent
I
out.
would like to.
you're on the
YouTube,
internet
and then
on with your
Right.
camera on.
and
Are
you're
you
taking-
fucking retarded?
But why would you screenshot that and then send that out to other people?
Put
That's
Who
kind
gives
of
a
creepy.
fuck?
You
Why
don't
don't
think
you
that's
protect
creepy?
your own kids?
You're okay with that. So you do that.
It's a
So
whole-
you'd be
Well,
perfectly
obviously.
happy sending
Obviously.
out the
Obviously.
kid accidentally being
Obviously.
photographed.
I'm so
I
confused
mean,
right now.
I'm
yes,
very confused.
yes, obviously I had no problem with doing it because I did it. Yeah, motherfucker. Let's watch Adam again. He's waiting because I did it. Yeah, motherfucker. Oh, slam dunk, home run, touchdown. Quadfather, who's a gun enthusiast and a conservative.
A patriot.
Watch how he answers. Don't you love how he framed that?
Yeah. Gun and a patriot. Yeah. Try to make you sound
A
real
gun
right.
enthusiast and a patriot. I didn't even really listen to what he fucking that part too close. But yeah, I just don't even know what those things have to do with what the fucking argument was about on the show.
Well,
So,
what he's stressing is he's the polar opposite of that. He can't stand guns and he's a fucking commie.
And he hates patriots because he's a commie
right.
fuck. Apparently.
Yeah, most of them are.
Being a gun enthusiast and a patriot's a bad thing, folks.
Hey,
Actually, I
Buffy
guess
was
he
a conservative, Adam. Buffy was a conservative.
You got it wrong. He was on the TV show.
Yeah, that girl is a conservative.
No, it's the movie girl.
Oh,
The girl from the movie. She's like extreme fucking right winger now. Big fan. I forget her name right now. Christy something.
So, should I have my hypocrite police shirt on? Is that what you're saying?
Should I have my hypocrite police on? Because Quadfather's a gun enthusiast and a patriot and doesn't really give a fuck if people aren't paying attention to who's walking around on their screens on their fucking camera. Yeah, exactly. I don't. If you're dumb enough to fucking have your stupid kid walking around the background of your camera, yeah, it's on you, buddy. Maybe you should be a better parent. Steezy Trev, is Adam Bush Jewish? Actually, I don't know. I know Adam Goldstein was. That's all I know. I think he's Jewish. I don't know.
Here, Adam.
I think we got 2 tickets to the Hypocrisy
Paradise.
Policeman's Ball.
I think you're right about that. Well, Quad really steps in it. And that's the problem with not.
I can't step. What did I really step in? Admitting that taking screenshots from a guy's fucking camera on him. Yeah, I'll admit that. I don't really give a fuck.
Understanding your argument just being, I don't like Shuli. I don't like Carl. So I'm just going to say this stuff about them.
Yeah, I totally didn't understand your argument. I totally don't understand your points. I'm too stupid to understand your points. Yeah, so I was so stupid that I didn't change my mind about Shuli because you said, yeah, he probably didn't know, even though we just watched the video tonight where he admitted that he had talked to ISO, which is very weird because if you're talking to him, you might almost have a clue as to what's going on in his life, why he can't come to work, why he's getting a divorce, why can't he be around his kids, why is he in the fucking newspaper in Rochester, why? Lots of points.
And then you go, yeah, but you did this thing. That's the exact same thing. Yeah, of course I did. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. Okay. Weird.
Quad doesn't understand. I thought he was open-minded. So I went on to do his show. He convinced.
Open-minded. Is that code for I thought I could change his mind?
No. I think that's Oy Bay. Who knows what this?
Well, I thought he was open-minded. I thought he would come around to my fucking point of view before. Christy Swanson. Yeah, lovely lady. Probably one of the hottest conservatives ever. Absolutely.
Me otherwise.
He's a Proud Boy. You thought he was an open-minded Proud Boy?
You thought Proud Boys are open-minded? You thought Proud Boys could be swayed with facts and information? No, they're dumb fucking retards that fight Antifa because they totally didn't catch on to people burning their country down and think like, hey, someone should probably go out there and stop these assholes because the cops sure don't seem to be doing it. I know, it's almost like people with intelligent thoughts that were like, hey, let's stop these motherfuckers from burning our country now. It's almost like that. Weird that they would have thoughts like that. Can a Proud Boy be open-minded? I don't know. Is Gavin McGinnis open-minded? If you show him,
I didn't even know you was a Proud Boy, Quad. God damn.
I'm not a Proud Boy adjacent.
Oh, okay.
No, right. I used to wear my Proud Boy hat a lot more. It's all scuffed and fucked up now, so I don't wear it much. But yeah, proud of the Proud Boys, indeed. Support your local Proud Boys, folks. Abso-fucking-lutely. Because they do horrible things like don't let drag queens stick their dicks in your kids' faces and stuff at fucking a library. They don't want like transvestites sticking their dick in your kids' faces, your daughter's faces in the locker room. Crazy thinking, that kind of crazy thinking. Crazy. I guess if you live in LA, you're okay with trainees sticking their dicks in your fucking daughter's face. Cool. Got it.
I thought he was. I thought he was open to listening. Yes, I understand. I'm naive. I get it.
No, I love that about you.
I love that about you. You're so dumb, Adam, that you would actually think you could change Quad's mind, the Proud Boy and a patriot and a gun owner. Yeah, wild thoughts. Yeah, no, if you come with let's just say this, you come with facts and information that totally back up a new way of thinking for me, absolutely I'm open-minded. If you come to me and say like Shuli didn't know, and I say kind of seems like you probably did, where do we go from there? Where do we go from there? Where do we go now? Where do we go?
Go now.
But really, like, where do you go when you both just have a point of view? Like, if you're okay with what I said earlier, then fine. If not, fine. We can debate it, but at the end of the debate doesn't mean I necessarily have to change my mind. And I'm going to keep saying that. Exactly. I'm going to do a 3-hour stream about the simplicity of my point and argument. And whatever. I'm not going to change my opinion. The only thing that can change my opinion is more facts to back up what I think, which is Shuli probably knew. He's never going to be able to prove otherwise, and I can admit that and move on. Or some new information comes out and it'll be a fucking slam dunk on all of your houses, like a pox on all of your houses. Yeah. You better fucking get out the blood and slop it on your fucking door, dude, that day. I'm saying, because they'll be coming door to door. Speaking of Jesus, Honky, how has Jesus been doing?
Jesus been doing all right in my neighborhood. Been doing all right, maintaining the yards. Oh, Jesus, not Jesus. Jesus is still alive and well, brother. People are still following him.
Yeah, yes, sir.
We had a common enemy, and at least we'd be able to have a civil discussion. But this is dangerous, and this guy doesn't see it. He's so dangerous. When you will not back down from your point of view, regardless of what the facts or the world or everyone you love tells you, that's dangerous. That's how people end up, right, in bad situations. And this guy, you can just see him being like, when you will not back down from your point of view, regardless of what the facts or the world or everyone you love tells you, that's dangerous. That's how people end up, right, in bed.
Yeah, okay. So your facts. So if he came to me and said, here's a fact, that boys are girls and they should be able to go into the girls' locker room, I'm never going to say your fact is correct. Biologically, they are ladies, or what is it? it's not biology. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Genetic.
Biologically they're a male, but their gender is whatever. I can't even think of their stupid arguments right now. But if you came to me with those facts, yeah, I'll argue them all day. Just like you're not bringing me facts to prove that Shuli didn't know. In fact, his own words kind of fucking crushed him today when we watched that video. But yeah, if you have facts that will sway my fucking opinion on a subject, yes, I'm very open-minded. Especially if you come to me with math. I love graphs. I'm big on graphs.
Polls. You do a decent job on polls. Speaking of which, we need to close that poll.
Good man. Thank you, Honk. Yeah, we went deep into the poll question. All right, we'll get right back to it. Or we'll finish this up. Everybody, please go vote for the poll question. As soon as we're done with this clip, we will go ahead and do that. Wrap that fucker up.
Bad situations, and this guy, you can just see him being like, just like him and Chad showing up to KB's house with a gun, being like, I thought this is what you wanted. I don't understand.
Right, yes. All right, what's the next clip you have out here?
Oh, here he explains how even though, yes, he did take a picture of a shirtless boy and spread it around to his friends, you cannot blame him for doing that.
Technically, I took a screenshot of a guy on a camera himself. The guy was in front of the camera like Honk is, and behind him in the background is a kid. So let's just make this sound a little less creepy and accurate like it is, which is I took a picture of a guy. There happened to be a child in the background. Let's be a little more accurate with what we're saying here, because the other version of that makes me sound like a super fucking creep, and I kind of get that. Agreed.
Oh, good.
I don't know, Quad. It sounds a little creepy to me that you would take this picture that was.
I know, and everybody's been trying to. Everybody's been trying to say that somehow.
I don't know. That sounds a little bit creepy to me, right?
I did that with my son.
You're
Only thing is, he's 29.
It didn't bother me at all. And if you go look at his Facebook profile right now, you'll see his kid with his kid's fucking shirt off. So apparently the kid walks around with his shirt off all the time, as you can go look and see for yourself all over the place. His kid walking around with his shirt off. So apparently that's the thing. Because his kid walked in behind a screen and it's my fucking fault because he's a bad parent. I don't fucking think so.
Wow.
I think
I'm glad to know I'm that funny, aren't you?
Well, yeah, it certainly came across as fucking humorous to Carl, at least.
Yeah, I didn't even know I didn't even think I was making a joke, to tell you the truth. All right, let's hear what Carl's laughing about.
You labeled this one. Well, look at how short her skirt is. So what do you think's going to happen?
Oh,
he was asking for it.
A little
wearing a
victim
short
blaming.
skirt.
A little victim blaming going on.
And where were his parents? Quad, if you're ever on a stream that you turned on yourself arguing about how clothed the boy was, just end the stream.
Yeah. It's just not working out. Yeah.
If you didn't notice, I didn't bring up the point. I was defending the point, which I still am doing today, apparently.
Just pivot. Yes, it's not going well. In fact, in this next clip, he does pivot. He decides to go on the offensive, which is probably, I guess, the only thing you can do at this point.
You're insinuating, because I'm getting so owned by some guy bringing up some fucking. He's not informed. He's just throwing. Did you take a picture of a kid? He's like, no. Thanks for saying it like that. It really does actually sound super creepy when you say it exactly like the guy instructed you to. The guy that sent you the email, the DM saying, hey, this is exactly how it worked. But okay.
What am I insinuating? What am I insinuating?
Nah, it sounds like you're calling me a pedophile, you fucking piece of shit.
That's an absurd insinuation.
Well, then what the fuck are you
but
trying
I'm
to
saying
say?
that it's an odd behavior.
What are you trying to say
and
then? Spit it out,
what
faggot.
am I supposed to think about that? Why would you
tell me?
Why would
Why don't
somebody
you say
take
so?
a picture, even if
Why
it
don't
was
you
off
say it?
Facebook? and send
There
it to
are a
other
million
people
reasons.
in DMs and text. Why would they do that? What was the point?
Because I said it was like, hey, motherfucker, why don't you get your kids out of the screen? What the fuck are you doing?
Okay, but then you would send it to that person, right? Not to other people.
Well, anyway, long story short, I put it in chat and fucking it got sent to fucking Luke of the Bind. Not by request. That person was like, hey, should I send it to him? I was like, I don't give a fuck what you do. And he did. And that's the end of the story.
Luke.
Yeah, so I took a picture of a guy making a mistake by having his fucking kids wear like does it matter really that you would send a picture like that anywhere? Does it necessarily have to be straight to the guy to say, hey, look, you're fucking up? Maybe it was just like, hey, everybody, this dude's a fucking weirdo. He's got his kids running around on cam. And let's remember, it's a boy with his shirt off. So it's not some weird image. And my point is fucking valid. That dude, his own Facebook, the front page profile is with his two little faggot kids with their shirts off. What do you think, Honk? Go ahead, fucking give it to me if you think I'm fucking a piece of shit for what I just said.
Well, my whole thing.
Your real opinion.
Yeah. My whole thing is it just seems like this is going into a fucking loop now. I mean, you're gonna certainly have your opinion on how it is and what your view is. It. And
I'm asking your opinion.
My opinion is this: it probably wasn't the best thought out thing at the time. Was it done? Did you do it to be in a creepy way? Certainly not. I don't think anybody or anything that's malicious like that. No. Do I think that you can play some hardball or you have in the past? Yeah. But I mean,
yes, I'm capable of being a little bit of a piece of shit. Yes, true.
Right. So, that's my honest opinion on it. I think that, maybe it wasn't the best thought out thing at the time. And I don't know what your views are on it or what you were thinking or anything. But to me, it sounds like it's an all out war. And there's really in war, man. Anything goes in war. So, that's just kind of how I see it.
And if anyone wants to go revisit the nothingness story that the Luke of the Bind, what he was involved with, and putting pictures of families on live streams, to have a picture like that sent to you personally, little different.
Right.
Was it a little bit scummy? Probably. In hindsight, I wish I hadn't done it, but so be it.
Right.
Yeah, it was a bad choice. It was a bad move, but it wasn't illegal. It wasn't creepy.
That's right.
It was like, get your stupid fucking kid off your screen. You're a fucking idiot, dude. What are you doing?
I mean, it happened. Like I said, I don't think it was anything other than it was war. And that's all it was. And I think that's all anyway anybody should take out of it. Really, shit happens, man. I've seen a lot of dirty shit go down, Carl. I mean, you doxed somebody not too long ago.
Right.
One of your guys is fan favorites that you give tickets to, Joey C. He doxes everybody. So let's just get off the holier than thou bullshit and fucking go rest your neck. Both you and the boy wonder above you. I mean, it's stupid shit. Bring something new, punk.
Whatever. He's got timestamps. I'm sure he's fucking rolling for next Wednesday because this seems to be, what did he call it? He had a name for it. It was quad spin or something like that. Spinning.
Yeah.
Quads weekly spin, something like that.
That's all right. We get the gist of it.
Yeah, I'm spinning. I'm the one over here spinning, not them. I am. I'm not. I haven't totally been very consistent over here. Not at all. Not one bit.
I'm not a PDF file. I was doing it to intimidate him. Okay.
He's like one of those catch a predator groups that like entrap people, but instead of contacting the authorities or the victims or the parents, he just sends it to his friends.
Yeah, right. Like, what are you accomplishing with this?
And you see,
it kind of was like, what should I do with this? It kind of was that. Honestly.
Well, I'm sure of it.
So I did put it into a group chat. I won't say which group chat that was, but there was like 5 people in there. And I was like, should I send this to him? It was kind of like a question mark. I do have pictures of the said DMs, so I can show them if it ever needs to happen. I would rather not. I would rather just leave everybody out of it because I don't even want the guy that did send it to him. Whatever. He knows who he is. Anyway.
Fronted with truth, and he just shakes it away. He goes, nope, this is what you are doing to Shuli. You don't have to like Shuli. It's very
okay.
easy.
So I did just say it probably was. I could have probably not done that. That probably would have been better. Not doing it probably would have been the correct choice, and I can admit that. That absolutely. I'm open-minded to say that was probably a mistake. No doubt about it.
Easy not to like Shuli. But
there's a few people who don't like Shuli out there. Yes.
Yes. And they're a valid points. You don't have to bring this stuff up, and it doesn't have to be this. And when it is done to you, you are fucking apoplectic. You will not even tolerate. And watching all your boys suddenly snap to life for the first time in 2.5 hours, like, what is this guy doing? What is he? He's doing what you do, and you're out of your mind about it. So maybe fucking
for the record, Adam, every single one of these people already knew about this entire story for like 2 years now. So no, it wasn't news to them. Honk, I don't think maybe you knew about it, that situation. I don't know that it ever came up, maybe, but definitely everybody else but you and Schmuel maybe knew about this thing. So the picture. Oh no.
Stop it.
Well, I remember when we played clips of you on this show, and you said, look at this whole situation is gross. No one's happy about any of this that happened. I'd prefer not to talk about it. And Quad's like, I don't want to talk about it either. And fast forward 3 weeks later, and it's still the major topic on the show.
What are we trying to accomplish? The only reason he's talking about it is because everyone keeps bringing it up. And I told him, you're the only one bringing it up.
So totally. Nobody on WATP is bringing it up every Wednesday. Totally not doing that, are they?
Yes, Wednesday.
Yeah, tune in. Yeah, tune in for next Wednesday when Adam Bush brings it back up. So I fucking have to go against whatever new timestamps he has from tonight, because I highly doubt we'll be talking about it on Friday or Monday. Not likely, unless Schmuel contacts me again and says, "Hey, if you ever want to talk about that Shuli thing again, I would love to take his side." And like, okay, whatever.
It's the name of the show. It's the name of the episode.
But I'm trying to hate Shuli, so I need something.
Yeah, it's almost like I knew you fuckers would cover it. It's almost like I made a thumbnail and a fucking a title that I knew would draw you fuckers in like honey, like bees to honey, man. Fucking, that was too easy. Whatever. It is. It's like playing. He called me baby earlier. It's almost like I knew if I took his binky away, he would be crying about it. Kind of weird, isn't it? Kind of weird. Who played who? Who played you? Keep talking, motherfucker.
And he makes it clear right here in this next clip that it is not. I mean, he says it out loud as if we don't know him. He says it is not right to make assumptions about someone's motives based on their actions.
Okay.
Play the clip. I'm glad that you brought that here to use it against me. That's funny. You're almost like another all these other disingenuous fucks that all of us.
I'm not disingenuous, Quad. I'm just making a
comment.
Disingenuous.
You would have brought that up to me on our phone call.
I got that DM about an hour ago unsolicited.
Whoa, hold on a second. You would have brought that up on our phone call. Is this a pre-interview that he's doing?
That's what it sounds like.
Is there a call screener?
No. Okay, so Saturday. Just FYI, Carl. Sometimes people have each other's phone numbers. Like what? Like, dude. Yeah, Schmuel has my phone number. We talked on Saturday. We actually talked about the conversation on the show on Monday. And if Adam's not trying to be cutesy and leave that out of the clip he made, then that might have come up exactly when and where there was a phone call made. Very easy to look up, very easy to find. But for some reason, Adam missed that part. I guess he was off tinkling or something at that point.
Before they have someone on the show, what do you want to talk to Quadfather about? All right, yeah, you can get on the line, and then all of a sudden the guy comes.
No, he messaged me about wanting to talk about taking Shuli's side. If Schmuel wanted to come on right now, back me up on that. He's more than welcome to.
Stuttering Joe's at the baseball cave, like hang up. It's
the call's coming from inside the house.
We talk about projection a lot on this show, but very rarely are there such clear examples. On his last episode about us, he was obsessed with how WATP follows this script. And not only were we not offended, like we really didn't know what he was talking about. We were trying to figure out, like, he was obsessed with this idea that when someone on this show deviates from the script, you lose your mind.
I get upset.
I never said that. What I said was you guys definitely had like pre-worked out topics. And you guys decided to change the order of the topics. And then he asked, is it cool with everybody if we change, instead of covering MLC first, how about we do steel toe and work from there out? And everybody on the panel was like, yeah. Because they all had known previously that there was an order that they were going to follow through the topics. What is so hard to understand about that? You did do that. And we showed it on the show. I'm not pulling it back up. I already showed it once. And you obviously saw it. And you probably knew exactly what I was talking about because I got into detail about it. So once again, he is being fucking disingenuous, dude. It's bullshit.
And then the next week he goes, well, they were taking the word script a certain way. I just meant.
No, I'm a retard. I'm a retard. I'll admit that saying the word script was the incorrect word. I just meant like they go through topics in a very regimented order, and they all get the topics before the show. Like they probably get not a script, but like notes, bullet points.
Right.
Because the thing I showed, absolutely, they all knew what order things were coming in. So obviously they had prepared notes. I don't do that here, but I sometimes have done it in the past on the weekly double review. If you go on Steel Toe, you're definitely getting bullet points because I watched it happen with Stevie Lou. I saw Stevie Lou get a fucking, when he was working here and went on Steel Toe, they sent him over the topics of the day for the next day. And Stevie Lou was like, oh, I got to knock off early because I got to go study for Steel Toe. I got to go get familiar with the notes. So do I know that shows fucking send out the notes before the show to know what order things are coming in and what topics specifically and the links to the shows and the fucking timestamps? Do I think that you guys all have that stuff sent to you before the show? Yes, obviously. Yeah, I don't think you guys are reacting in the moment. Not a fucking chance. Just like I don't think fucking Shuli didn't know and fucking cried on demand. I think that. Do I have proof that you guys send out the fucking bullet points before the show and the links? No. Adam said otherwise too, but I said the word script, and boy, oh boy, they sure got fucking hung up on one word, didn't they?
Yeah, but I mean, if you follow the script, that's the same thing. I mean, that's
but
just a thing.
He's a Hollywood guy, so a script is a fucking, here's what you say. Yeah, here's your script. This is what you're going to say during the show.
Right. Well.
Right. All right.
Carl has his talking points.
Yeah.
And if someone has a different opinion, he gets very upset. We just watched.
No, okay. That part of it. Yeah, no, I think they kind of know what to expect when they go on WATP. You guys have the same casting crew pretty much all the time, and you guys all agree on everything. So there really isn't. I've seen Adam argue with Carl about the doxing thing. But other than that, yeah, they pretty much do agree about everything on every show. They might make different points, but they definitely, I rarely see them say like, oh, well, this is a possibility. You know what I mean? Like argue. Adam's probably one of the few times I've seen in like a disagreement happen was with Adam. So I'll give Adam credit for that.
Producer Chris never has. That's for damn sure.
Right. Why would you fuck up the moneymaker? Carl's the moneymaker, man. You got to stay in line. All these motherfuckers in the Dabbleverse do this. They're all fucking doing the same thing. If you go against Carl and you're on a different show, he's not going to like you. Whatever. They kiss people that give them a lot of money. They have a lot more leeway to say horrible things to them. They're fine with people talking shit to them as long as you give them lots of money. And it's the same thing with their casting crew. They get a casting crew on that they know what they're pretty much going to say. So they don't really have to. Do you really have to? Okay. So like Adam was saying, like, oh, Quad Father, he's like a gun owning patriot. So see, is everyone on fucking WATP on the same page? Because I think Carl's conservative, right?
I thought so.
Yeah, and then they have Anthony on, right? Who's I mean, he was making fun of me for being a gun-owning patriot.
Yes.
But it's kind of weird that they hang out with Anthony Cunha.
Right. He certainly is a gun toter.
And he hangs out with the Proud Boy.
And he just likes black people, Adam. I know that'll burn your butt.
Hypocrisy police. All right, let me finish this up. We're going to finish the poll up. Let me put this up. Thank you very much, Johnny Carson. Dude, you've been fucking awesome. I appreciate the hell out of you've been killing it with the memberships, and I can't thank you enough, man. That's fucking awesome.
Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny's the man. Johnny Carson coming in, gifting 5 BYB Podcast memberships. Pew, 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 pew.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh? 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 I have exorcised the demons.
All right, we went extended version for Johnny tonight, baby. Thank you very much once again. Do appreciate that. All right, let's just ask. I know this is like one of these idiots, Luke of the Bind or whatever. He's so desperate for any attention. I guess we'll give it to him for 5 seconds. Rape her butt, $2. You crop the kid out before sharing it? ? Don't think so. Nope. Did not do that. Thank you though for the $2. Rape her butt, is it? Johnny Carson, yeah, thanks once again. All right, let's finish this thing up and call her.
Quad Father would be like, you weren't supposed to say that on this show. We didn't agree to this. What the fuck?
And I told him, he asked me, and I told him in a spirit of friendship, like, no, that's actually not how it goes. There's not a script. There's clips we pull, but there's no discussion about our points of view. And he said I was a liar and full of shit and a lot of other things because of it. And look at him now.
Quad believes everything. You know, he watches all these shows. He's involved in all this Dabbleverse stuff. And there's a lot of people putting that.
Unlike Carl's totally outside the Dabbleverse and totally doesn't listen to anything, doesn't listen to any of the shows. All right, well, everybody, maybe you shouldn't take Carl too seriously since he doesn't keep up with anything. Just a thought. Maybe you should not watch shows that are not informed. All right.
Nonsense out about Shuli and who are these podcasts, and he chooses to believe that, even though there's not only is there no factual evidence, there's no evidence of any of this stuff, but also there's a lot of reasons to believe it doesn't make sense because people tell them, no, that's not the case. I know it intimately, and that's not how it works. You know, Adam goes out and goes, I'm a co-host on Carl's show, and I can tell you that's not how this works at all.
I know better based on no experience. Right. And it really, if you think we're, sure, I'm being a little petty, I'm being a little small, but he's choosing to use these issues to take down Shuli and to take down his enemies. He's choosing to talk about this stuff and weaponize it. And if you thought for a second or were fooled to think that he cares about this stuff, the second it was turned on him, he's explaining to you what constitutes as a bad image and a good image, and how when he does it in any form, it is absolutely acceptable, and starts getting into the minutia of like how much clothing they're wearing. Dude,
but he deserved it.
Right.
Adam. You don't understand. It was okay when I did it.
Great joke. Great joke. Hilarious. Yeah, because there's no difference between actual pedophilia and what happened in my situation, right? Because they're pretty much just saying I'm a pedophile, right?
I don't think
that's what I just fucking heard. What did you just hear?
Well, I don't think it was that drastic. But yeah,
well, what the fuck is it? They're saying like I'm trying to defend myself against pedophilia when you did. He said he did exactly what he's claiming fucking Shuli did.
A bad image and a good image, and how when he does it in any form, it is absolutely acceptable, and starts getting into the minutia of like how much clothing they're wearing. Dude,
but he deserved it.
Right.
Adam. You don't understand. It was okay when I did it.
There's few episodes.
So yeah, just like ESO, it's okay when I did it. Don't you catch that, honk?
Yeah.
He's fucking saying I'm defending the same thing ISO did.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm not going to try to explain myself. Yeah, it was terrible what they said. Okay, I'm not denying that, but I don't think that he was calling you a pedophile there. He was just using that other guy.
With his pictures.
Well, okay, I don't think.
Let's say Bedabbler. Let's say Bedabbler on Saturday. Like, dude, whatever. Those are pictures of kids every Saturday. We're looking at kids, the ISO vault. They've made an entire joke about it. It's an entire skit on a fucking show where they pull out ISO vault fucking kid pictures and show kids from people in the Dabbleverse.
Yeah, that's pretty ignorant. So,
well, I have zero problems with it myself. I think it's one of the funniest things going on in the Dabbleverse right now. Honestly, the song, the intro to it, and the interstitial is fucking hilarious. And I think making fun of this whole situation with ISO is fucking hilarious. Obviously, Bedabbler and Cardiff and those guys, they seem like they have some issues with fucking Shuli as well. I keep pointing that out. I'm not alone in the way we think over here. And I'm saying I got a mouse in my pocket, buddy, but whatever. Everybody pretty much I've talked to seems to agree with my way of thinking, and it is not even a fucking mandatory thing. You guys all, that's why I keep asking what your true opinion is. It's like, come on, man, whatever you think is fine. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I had no problem telling you.
There you go.
Of that Predator show where they're like, well, this guy had a point. She was asking for it. She was, come on. I mean, it's not his fault. She was good at texting. That's strong.
He might have thought 14 was a typo. We don't know.
You don't know. Like, but all of a sudden, when
8
it's
are so
you,
close to each other. Yeah, right.
When it's quad, you're given the benefit of the doubt, and that is scary. You can't just, because you think you're in a position of power, decide to wield it.
How sad is that? That one of the only people who actually watches this show, Adam Bush, it's just hate watching it. That's so sad, Quad.
I love it.
Sorry, man.
I love
it. One thing we all have in common. It's an anger addiction.
That's true. Did you pulled a couple of other bonus clips? Did you want to hit any of those?
The only one that's worth is I think the last one I sent you, that number 9.
Okay.
Because he keeps saying, Quad, that any criticism of him is unwarranted because they're doing a comedy show and it's just jokes. These are just jokes. They're jokes.
Oh, good.
Now, Adam's a faggot. Is that real? Adam's a faggot. Hey, I don't know if he's a faggot or not. Yeah, that's a joke. And yes, this is a comedy show. Fully. Whatever. Whatever. Tonight's a little different. Go back and watch Friday's show and tell me we were serious 1 second during that show. Good luck finding that spot. We did coke and puked into a bucket. Well, I shouldn't say we. Ski did, but
no, we didn't. He did,
but we watched and laughed and thought it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, it was good entertainment.
Yeah, and I don't think I ever called Shuli a pedo. Jesus Christ, Eso is.
It's crazy to me that someone who's never done stand up, never studied it,
never told a joke,
thinks him and his buddy Honky Kang are the ones who should take the Holocaust jokes. They're the ones who should take the hardest stuff. Like, we're not going to start with puns and knock jokes. He's going to go right to whatever the toughest material is. And here's why, with examples like this.
How much does a Holocaust?
Fair point.
What's too much. They will too much. It's too much. I will give you 1 penny per. No.
$6
anyway,
million.
Yes, we will get off that topic very quickly.
Whoop, that didn't go well.
Nope.
He was into it though at first. He was waiting for the big reaction from that.
He's the reason George Carlin and Howard Stern got crucified by the FCC. It's assholes like this who take advantage of that to, you think you're on the level of Richard Pryor. You think you and the great minds should be making these kind of jokes based on what? You're not even a podcaster, Quad. And if I may,
I'm sorry that he's not coming to Vegas. I'd love to talk to Quad after this now.
I would love to sit down with an interview or just a one-on-one anytime. Please explain to me how I'm wrong in a calm environment, in a friendly environment. Tell me what I'm missing, because you tried to humiliate me and failed. Tried to humiliate this guy.
God damn. Why does he think we tried to humiliate him? I don't remember that happening, dude.
I don't either. I thought the questions were pretty benign. I mean, look, here's the deal. Here's what happened. Here's what happened. He came in with an agenda. He knew that we did not. He came in here. So when you asked him something that made him feel uncomfortable, he automatically thought that it was an attack thing like what he was doing. He just had a guilty conscience because he was in there just playing us. And that's it. That is it.
Yeah. And they do a podcast and we don't do a podcast. So I'm sure he's not trying to sway me right now on this one. Not at all. Probably not at all. He's like, oh, yeah, Quad. How many times has someone been like, yeah, quit, Quad? Whatever, dude, talking shit. I'm still here, and a lot of those people are gone. So I would love to see Carl's jokes. I would love to see Adam's jokes. They sure laugh a lot. Do they ever tell a joke? I've yet to see it. So at least we're fucking trying. We might be hacks. Why do I have to be Richard Pryor, fucking George Carlin level to take a joke? To say
that nigga's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn big dummy.
I'll keep hacking away, motherfuckers.
Failed. You refuse to give up on camera a single point. However,
he's saying that Shuli protected a pedophile.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
These are very serious allegations.
I know what I'm saying is he knew. Get it through your retarded, fucking stupid, fucking horrible, crew cut, fucking stupid, tip, fucking dyed hair, retard glasses, stupid laugh. Get it through your stupid fucking head. I think Shuli knew about the charges before he said he did. I didn't say he was protecting a pedophile ever one fucking time. Carl, Adam, pull your heads out your fucking smug asses right now, dude. You guys need to. Really fucking need to. And why are you guys podcasting? You just stole fucking Jocktober from Anthony Cumia and fucking O&A. Whatever, dude. We're going to turn you into a fucking bit.
And by the way, why would somebody do that? Why would somebody do that?
Why would somebody do that? Because if you listen to people like VTM, they immediately associate it with, well, he must be into that too. They try to bring this leap of like, well, he must be just as bad.
That's what he's saying,
Still haven't called Shuli a pedophile. Now that's what they're saying. I never said that. They're putting words in my mouth.
But he won't admit it in person because he's scared and he's not proud. He's insecure. So he has to just say no when the camera's on. But then today, if I may, some breaking news in the description for the new BYB episode that's coming tonight.
Yep.
He says in fine print in the episode description, after the blow-up with Schmuel Buckman on Monday, we think we can put ISO in the vault for good until we have any proof one way or the other on who knew what and when.
What an amazing epiphany. He must have just slipped out of there or something and just realized, like, oh, maybe I should stop talking about shit I don't know anything about and stop accusing people of horrendous things they didn't do. Wow.
Well, okay. I mean, I just played Shuli in his own words today that he had contact with ISO after saying he didn't talk to him for the last year. So maybe you'll play that clip, Carl. What say you, Carl?
Or you could just do it in real time on camera and not just have a good show, but like make a friend and maybe do some good, you fuck, you dumb fuck.
That is kind of a pussy move right there, where it's just like, just types it out. All right, well, we won't do this anymore. Yeah.
That's it.
Well, at least you learned.
All right, you dumb fuck. You dumb fuck. Well, I just did another 3-hour show on it because you can't help yourself either. All right, well, maybe I'll make this a segment of every single show because I'm sure people would love that.
Oh.
You too? You included?
Hey, I don't give a shit. I'm just here for the ride, brother. It don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, man. A lot of shots fired tonight, and I really don't give a fuck. Like Adam just said, my name's Chuck, and I don't give a fuck. And bring it, Adam. You want to keep going back and forth? I'm happy to do it.
I know. I got some homework. Got a little homework to do.
Him? Yeah, he's got a lot of timestamps to bring back to
me. I got a lot of homework to do now.
Oh, are we talking about the other show?
No, I'm talking about these son of a bitches right here that we were just covering.
Oh, you're in on my little war that we're doing?
Well, the thing is, I've not ever watched these guys really, to be honest with you, but I'm going to put some effort
boring.
into it.
I don't watch it. I only watch it when they talk about me, and that started when I started doing Stuttering John. Before that, I never watched it.
Well, I promise that
Richie, who's a super fan, is the only way I ever know when they're fucking covering me anyway.
Well, you know what? I won't go after Lucy Tightbox because I think she's a swell kid.
She's awesome.
Yeah,
exactly.
But her boyfriend, which I think is Trucker Andy or one of them, but he's all fair game. He's a dweebo himself. So we'll go.
Every one of these motherfuckers on that show is a dweeb. Carl is absolutely he says he grew up like Michael J. Fox. That's why we did the Michael J. docs, dude. You know the deal. He thinks he's a fucking cool kid from high school, whatever. He plays guitar and he's totally not a nerd. Totally. Whatever. I'm not going to rip on him a bunch. I already have done enough tonight, I think. I don't know. I think we made our point. I think I made my point. I think I think this is a good place to leave this show on. It's unfortunate I ended up having to do a whole other show on this, but hey, they covered us today in 17 minutes of their show, 45 minutes last week. We'll see how much next week is, huh?
Well, we're going to come back Friday night and give them more hell. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. Well, they got Hackamania. Oh, speaking of which, we never got to any of that stuff, but yeah, Hackamania will be streamed in Spurtopia. We'll probably be there hanging out watching for free.
Yep. That's where all the cool kids is.
Yeah, you want to actually hang out with some non-fucking dorky nerds, come to Discord where all these kind of guys say, hey, don't go hang out in Discords. There's nothing good going on in Discords. It's like, actually, there's a bunch of cool people just hanging out and talking that aren't nerds. Nerd.
If you spend half a day on Reddit, you'll love a fucking full day on Discord.
So to wrap it up for good old Adam.
Fuck you. I hate you.
Boom.
Fuck you. War.
wanted to fight my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I light your fart on fire with my rounds. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls. Made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, I do know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls.